It almost disbelief that he took such a wonderful catch. But this brings us on to the teams. We have unbelievable selection of players on display today. In terms of who are the ones to watch for Jersey after yesterday, we've got the likes of Charles Chuggy Purchard, the captain, who put in a great performance. But Don Bomplier, the bowler, really changed things up with the side.
They definitely did. I would be looking more at their batting lineup just at the moment. Corey Bisson definitely stood out to me yesterday. 54 of 34. He played what was like a captain's innings up front and really set the tone for the whole game.
Right from the off, he began the innings in the first over with cutting for 2 fours straight off the mark, and it was a real dent to the enthusiasm of the Guernsey side. And there was a real good crowd in yesterday at the home ground at KGV supporting Guernsey side and what is hosting this tournament, which was fantastic to see. A little less around the ground today as expected, but we do have little sprinkles of fans around the grounds, a little selection of jerseys. Supporters that have obviously made their trip over from one Channel Island to the other, which is good to see, and they were obviously playing yesterday. I'm really hoping to see a dedicated core of Denmark supporters myself.
Yeah, I can just see now at the moment we can see Denmark in a huddle. Denmark is led by Jeremy Bray, who used to play for Ireland as well. And he is a good coach. This team will be well drilled, like Jersey, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to this game.
Well, Denmark have a couple great players to watch out for, the likes of their captain Hamid Shah, the batsman. He can produce some knocks.
Absolutely. He, again, without talking about Ireland too much,
it's hard not to.
Yeah,
it's hard not to, Kira.
He played in the Hills Cricket Club and is a great guy. He's an all-rounder and a true leader, so I'm excited to see him lead his team out here.
Well, we're seeing the side come on there, and we see the opening pair for Jersey just warming up nicely. This could be, like we said, one of the encounters. These two sides, now there wasn't exactly a favourite going into this tournament, but if you would talk about form, talk about experience, and talk about the sides that could definitely challenge for that title, these were two at the top of the list.
Absolutely. I'm interested to see how they approach the power play, the first 6 overs, take control of the new ball, and then when the field is spread, how they manipulate the ball and push through their singles. This is going to be a great game.
Well, we're just seeing the openers come out into the middle here. Be sure to watch out for a lot of...
Their colours are very close.
Yeah, it's going to be quite difficult, and not that it's helpful in cricket when there's only 2 people on one team playing it there on the other side, which is the good news. But this is the T20 format, all qualification for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in 2020. An incredible occasion here at Guernsey, the second day. We had a thrilling day of cricket yesterday at the KGV ground. Be sure to also check out the other matches that are going on. We have another big clash happening at College Field. ICC, we have Italy playing Germany, and there's also live commentary of that by Andrew Leonard, another fellow Irishman, Kira.
Yes. So just looking at the opening pair here, we have Corey Bisson and Nick Ferraby.
Well, what a flying start they got off to last time against Guernsey. Each side here will be playing a double header. And this is Jersey's day to play their 2 in a row. And getting I mean, you obviously want to get 5 wins out of 5. But playing these double header games and maximising your points is essential. Well, this is Nikolai Larsgaard's opening the bowling here from what we are referring to as the 4G end, or 3G end, pardon me, as he comes in. That one's just clipped nicely, collected by the keeper there. What a start there by Nikolai Larsgaard.
I think this is a good option. Left arm orthodox, coming around, coming over, and he definitely will feed it up here, and there's going to be some questions asked early.
Absolutely, here he comes again. And he goes for the sweep, and he's bowled him straight away. Second ball of the game. Larsgaard strikes early.
That kicked on a little bit, didn't come through.
Absolutely, he tried the sweep shot there, did the batsman. And he's collected an early scalp here in the second over of the game.
You can definitely feel the energy coming off Denmark. They want this. Who's going to want it more today? A long walk back to the pavilion very early.
Wow, it's gorgeous conditions here, and I'm sure any batsman will want to play on a wicket like this, in a day like this, on an occasion like this. As we see the batsman straddle right to the end. We see the new batsman come out of the pavilion here. The Danish players embracing in a big huddle in the middle there. That is exactly the flying start they wanted to get to. They're pumped up for this occasion here. And why wouldn't you? What an opportunity this is for the teams to get to the global qualifier.
Absolutely. I think they've got to look at it now as if this is 1 and 2 again, and just forget about that first wicket and just reset. You can't dwell on it too much. You've got too much of a game ahead.
Well, we're going to be waiting for our graphics to appear on the screen, so you will see graphics throughout the game. In the meantime, Jersey are sitting on 0 for 1. Only 2 balls bowled. What an absolute flying start here by the Danish batsmen. Danish bowlers, pardon me. Well, this is Ben Stevens, the new man at the crease.
And he's left-handed, so this is I like this left-hand, right-hand combo.
So that was the wicket of Nick Ferraby. So we got Stevens and Bisson. This is a partnership we did see yesterday.
Yeah.
This left-hand, right-handed partnership, like you said, Kira, and proved effective for the middle part of the game of their chase.
Absolutely. They spoke a lot to each other, communicated well, and they ran very well between the wickets.
I'm very excited to see. You saw my reaction when the toss happened, Kira. I was very excited that Jersey got put in the bat. I want to see how these guys control 20 overs. They looked like real contenders yesterday as Lausgaard comes in again. There we are. That one's just put on.
Just head out to point there. Good energy into the keeper. That always sets the tone. Denmark are fully up in the field here.
That one's driven straight. Just out to the covers there. And they look for 2. Hesitation. And it's put back in there. Well, that's Ben Stevens off the mark. And now we're going to get a sight of Corey Bisson, the half-centurion after last game against Guernsey. What an innings he has. We see the switch plot of the fielders here. Left-handed now to the right-handed batsman. They do look up for this, Denmark, don't they? In comes Lausgaard again. That one's just driven again through the covers. Just a nice straight drive there. They look for 2. And they're just going to stay for the 1 there. Well, that's ambition off the mark by Corey Bisson. A lovely bit of batting straight away. But Lausgaard, what an over he's having so far.
Absolutely, and I think you're seeing the difference between Denmark and Guernsey. They're just up for it, and it's been put to Jersey now today, so they're going to have to reassess their game plans.
And that's driven straight. What a wonderful shot that is. That's driven for 4. And Ben Stevens, he looks in control. I was saying to you yesterday, Kira, in terms of the way Ben Stevens bats, he looks like someone that's been trained properly, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. He pushes it around, he works the singles, and then if he gets a loose ball, he puts it away. I think just early on, you want to send a message to the other team and also back to the changing room that we're in control. So I think he's playing this very well.
Well, Kira, you'll know you're not shy to have played in a couple of competitions yourself. You understand the kind of pressures and the enthusiasm, the excitement of being out there on an occasion like this. Can you, at the start of this game, just sum up what it's like for a player to step out in your first game?
It's huge. You've got 120 balls and you've got to break it down a little bit more, and every ball, I suppose, is a little battle in itself, so you don't need to get too caught up and just take it on each ball. And before the ball is bowled, make sure everything is set correctly, whether you're batting or you're bowling. Captains play a huge role in T20, obviously.
Well, this is Gino Jojo, arguably one of the greatest names in cricket. So he's stepping up to the mark. He's going to be bowling from, and this is, now we got told what this is and is called. We've been calling it the other end.
Or it's actually a retirement home.
Retirement home name with a French name, which I'm not going to butcher saying, but we will get back to you on that.
Yes.
Honest admission.
So this guy's right arm medium.
Here comes Gino Jojo. Struck well, driven hard.
Great shot.
What a wonderful shot for the covers. Straight off the mark again. Corey Bisson at the start of this over. And the intent is right there.
Yeah, the ball is a little bit too full and the batter capitalised on that. So just in the fielding, in terms of where they have their 2 outs, they have third man and deep fine leg. Slight adjustment there. Point and square leg have switched. Again, the bowler would like to get that just a little bit shorter.
Well, nearly collected there by the bowler, Jojo. That's a better length. That's a better length. A little more fuller, a little more straight.
Absolutely. Good line and length. Again, it was very clear yesterday that Jersey had their game plans for their bowling. It was very, very simple, line and length. And they stuck throughout it. It was very good.
And he's hit that hard again. And that's another shot through the covers again. That's 2 shots in the same place and 2 consecutive 4s. And I tell you, Bisson looks up for it again.
He is very strong through that department.
We did point out we saw 2 half centuries at this ground yesterday, one from the Guernsey captain Joshua Butler and also Corey Bisson. 2 very different styles of batting and 2 very different approaches to how they were approaching their innings. And it's fair to say Bisson went for the more attacking style of play.
Yeah, they're having an adjustment in the field here. They're pushing someone out to deep cover. Deep extra cover now.
Well, of course, the power play rules, they're only allowed 2 players out of this inner circle. It looks like Jersey are well up on capitalising on that. As Jojo comes in again. And that's a much better length from the bowler there. He does well, just forces him to play a defensive shot. As we hear cries from the Perchard family standing on the sideline there. Obviously from Farmers. What a wonderful ground that is in Jersey.
A much better line, but also I suppose he's had 2 release shots, so he's already got 8 off the over, so he's in control of this over already.
And that's gone high in the air, and it's just gone over the fielder there on mid-on, and he's going to collect it just before it hits the boundary. Picked up while they've run 2, and that's well run there, well fielded as well. Good cricket all round here.
Good running between the wickets. I think just the bowler needs to figure out his length, and this batter is definitely enjoying this.
Well, Bisson, he's collected 10 so far off the over. He's looking comfortable out there. Let's hope for not commentary curse. There we are, a little swing and a miss, and I was a bit
got away with that one.
there. Well,
from Jersey's point of view, that was a good over. It gets them a little bit on top, and I suppose on the front foot. You can see Denmark just a little bit quiet again. They need to pick that back up.
Well, it really is the most stunning day here at the KG5 grounds. Blue skies, and we compare this yesterday, Kira, to a completely different place to play cricket.
It is. The sunglasses were on, off, on, off.
Well, you can make your mind up. And you're also wearing 2 pairs of glasses.
Well,
and if anyone was listening yesterday, I'm going to join you. 2 pairs of glasses. Sonny G's and the glasses.
Ultimate fashion statement here.
Well, I'm glad the camera's on us. Let's just say that. As the cameraman winks wryly. And in comes Lausgard again. And he advances down the crease, and again it's gone over the head of mid-on, and that's just mid-off, pardon me. That's straight ambition there from Ben Stevens. And strides down the wicket, and what a wonderful stroke.
Yeah, very nice, good balance, kept his head nice and straight, and also just using the power play to their advantage. You know, you can only have 2 fielders out, so they've brought in their cover. They've brought in their deep square leg, and they're dropping out mid-off.
Lausgard just looking to... And that's just escaped past, and that was a lucky escape there for Ben Stevens. They're looking to run 2 here. Corey Bisson says no. Well, that's collected well there at fine leg. But a lucky escape from Ben Stevens. Lausgard just put a bit more pace on that. And just skimmed past. We've seen that a couple of times yesterday as well.
We did actually. Is it Pete Field that had a lot of chasing to do yesterday?
The Magnet was our nickname for Pete Field yesterday for Guernsey. The ball seemed to follow him anywhere he went. So Lausgard comes in again. And that's played gently there, but collected very short third man.
Left arm bowler. He looks about 6 foot. It's coming from quite a height as well, so he's getting it into the pitch.
Over the wicket.
They brought back up their mid on. Nice shot. That's a really nice shot. Again, they brought in their extra cover there, and he's just capitalised on that. They move on to 25 for 1.
What a wonderful strike there again. Bison puts one through the covers, and it's just been palmed by the fielder over the boundary, and they collect another 4.
I don't think Denmark were expecting Jersey to come out and attack them like they are at the moment. So they need to go to plan B or whatever they have spoke about.
Well, the one thing we saw in both games yesterday in regards to the Guernsey-Germany game and the Guernsey-Jersey game was very well executed fielding bowling plans.
Yes.
And that one's just a little shorter delivery there. And that's well bowled. Just a little change up difference. And what a over there. 29 for 1 after 3 overs.
Good start for Jersey. They'd have to be happy in the changing room.
Just take a look at the batting here. Let's start here.
I think one thing that we Guernsey may have got slightly wrong just on the point, but you will have can see who's better.
So just to correct you, it's not on the score sheet there. It is Corey Bison. It's just a little error on the scorebar if you're a little confused and a Jersey cricket enthusiast. Got a little change in bowling here. And let's play it rather handily. It has no number on the back of his sheet, but we do know this is Shah. Well, there's cries of enthusiasm around the Denmark team here, looking to strike up another opportunity and get another wicket at least. The Shah comes in. And that's good pace, big appeal there. No movement there from the umpire.
Good change up. I think they've got this right coming around.
Exactly. Seem to have Corey Bison in 6s and 7s there. Didn't know quite where to hit the ball.
Yeah, I think excuse me. I think they need to be attacked by a fly.
There's flies all over the place.
I think they need to change up their bowling and not be afraid to do that. Just bring on the wicket, challenge the batters as much as they can.
And yeah, and it's good. Andre, the fielder here, mid on, collected it well. That's a great arm there from the fielder.
Fantastic shot. Again, if you don't get it right to Bison, he's got eyes on it. I think that a little bit shorter on leg and nobody out here, so a low risk shot.
Comes in again. And that's a wonderful cut shot there. Go for another 4. And the cries have come on New Jersey boys from the boundary here.
Fantastic balance. They're struggling how to set the field here, but I think it's more through the line of what they're going to bowl. They need to tidy it up.
They've got a guy at deep cover point, but do you move him around a deep point here? Because he seems to be a little lower, almost at deep covers, worrying that he's going to play that cover shot again.
I feel he was set there for the previous bowler.
And again, oh, swing and a miss,
bowled.
big appeal, and he's gone.
Oh, he's
Bison's gone.
There.
Nowhere hits a wonderful cut shot, and suddenly Shah finds, and it's just hands of the keeper. Big wicket that is.
Absolutely, and Denmark are delighted. They understand how much that wicket means to them.
Bison.
And maybe not putting out. And he walks towards the changing room.
Now the new batsman's coming out here, and it looks like it's going to be Jonty Jenner.
Big personality.
Big personality. We've seen this guy. He's normally fields down at long off, long on as well. Saw him doing touching pressure. Jonty, he's got good cricketing pedigree about him. He played 12th man for England against South Africa in a Test match. Cheap fielder. Also bases his cricket down in Sussex as well. But in this Jersey side, they want to do very well. And like we said, if you're just joining the stream, this is a Europe final for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. This the global qualifier, and then that's potentially one tournament away from playing in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. So it's a huge opportunity for teams like this. You know, funding increases, and irrespective, just the actual just being visible in the world of cricket.
Profile, yes.
Profile, that's the word I'm looking for.
Excuse me.
A sharp comes in again. To Jonty Jenner, and that's well left. Well, what an over this is turning in here. Oh, and that's a little prod forward there. That was very hesitant there from Jonty Jenner.
Yeah. I think although it's 36 for 2, just got on the 4th over, there still is pressure out there, and you can see the nerves.
Well, 36 for 2. It's a wonderful day here at the KGV ground if you're just tuning into the stream. Myself, Ian Leggett, and joined by Kira Metcalf here.
I like the idea of the fielders running between the overs. It just gives time for the captain to make adjustments, and especially if there's some big calls later on in the innings. Seems to be a change of bowling up this end now.
Well, this is already looking like an absolutely thrilling encounter we've got ahead of us here, as we're just going to be getting the bowler's name here for us. This is going to be Oliver Holt. Oliver Holt here, bowling from the 3G end. This is the football pitch end. I think we're going to have 9 names for these ends by the end of this tournament. Which is all the more fun. He played Denmark under 19s. And he goes for a big... Oh, he tries to hit that one around him there. It's Ben Stevens and gets nothing on it. It's a good start from the youngster. He's 19 years old. Oliver.
Big occasion. Maybe a wide, little bit of nerves. T20 cricket, you don't have much time to settle in, though. It's not like years ago when you could take an over or two and, you know, oh, I'll get into it on the 3rd over. You've got one ball, you got to hit the ground running.
Here he comes again. And that's a better length there, and that one's just clipped back. Finds the fielder there. Fine leg. And they've managed to sneak in a single. As the fielders, again, we got this left-handed, right-handed partnership here. We did see Jenner and Stevens finish off the game for Jersey in the game against Guernsey yesterday at the KG5.
Oh, well bowled.
That's a play and a miss by Jonty Jenner there. We've seen him do that twice now, but that's really well bowled there from the youngster. I say youngster, but he's only a couple of years younger than me. It's weird, you know. Again, I find this. Well, they're as promising as A few more people dotted around the ground now. Watching some international cricket here in Guernsey. He comes a bit down the crease. That's a really good length there from Holt. Just forcing the batsman just to come up a little bit. Play the defensive shot, pushes that one on.
Wind has picked up here. Sun's out. Guns out.
I wish I had them to show off, to be honest. And that's a little stop there. So that ball just comes driven forward to mid-on and collected well as they sneak in a single. As the fielders swap around again. It's Ben Stevens. Born in Hong Kong, Ben Stevens was. But he's a fantastic all-rounder. He was the highest wicket taker in Group B when Jersey got through into the Europe final. Took 14 wickets in total, so I'm sure we're going to see him appear with the ball. He's not that bad with the bat as you're seeing so far. That's driven well there. Put onto the offside. Hesitation. Well, if they maybe went to Ben Stevens' end there, they could have got him out.
Ball moved a little bit of a misfield there, but it could have been a run out. Just on the fielding side, they've a deep cover out and a deep square. One ball to come. Bowler needs to finish strong. Runs have slowed down a little on Jersey side, but I think as long as they keep the singles coming, they should be fine.
Well, fantastic over so far here from the 19-year-old as he comes in again. And he's gone big, and that is going to go over the boundary. No, it's caught. Well, a wonderful catch.
Again, the ball, trying to take on the ball a little inside out and just stayed up in the air. A little bit of wind there carrying it to the fielder.
It's caught there, a deep cover point right on the boundary. And they've lost Ben Stevens, and now Johnny Jenner looks like a lonely sight standing on the boundary. And I tell you, it's crucial to take wickets at the right point in T20 cricket, but Denmark seem to be clinically striking exactly when needed here.
Yeah, it's a pity the left-hand, right-hand combo has gone again. It's very effective for Jersey, but we'll see what's to come.
Well, this is a situation before the game we did not think we would be in. Jersey looked as if the way they batted yesterday, again, thanks to a fantastic knock from Corey Bisson and Ben Stevens respectively, and Nick Farabee, all lost. Looked very in contention for a team able to put on 130 plus in conditions like this. But Denmark have struck well. And the 19-year-old Oliver Holt putting the ball in the air and caught at deep cover point. 39 for 3 now. He departs for 10 off 8. We're just going to get the name of the new batsman in. Well, that's legs guard calling out for them to grab another scalp here. It's Don Bonplier in. And that's a great piece of bowling there. Well, Don Bonplier, he's not shy with the bat as well.
This is really nice bowling. It's giving energy to the team. He's just sticking to his game plans. He's just finding the right line here. I suppose Jersey are under a little bit of pressure here. They might want to consolidate just for a few balls and then have get together and have an attack.
In comes Shah again, and that's just mishit, but that falls back. Finds the fielder there at fine leg and collected well. Sneaks in a single.
Yeah, we did speak yesterday about maybe playing a little bit of ugly cricket, getting that scoreboard ticking over. Like it doesn't say, fancy run in the scorebook. It just says 1 run, and that's the most important thing.
Well, in a tournament such as this, the nip and tuck nature of the cricket, you're gonna have to get ugly sometimes. And that's a fantastic big appeal there from the bowler. Shah. He's on one knee. And they've sneaked in a single, could have been a run-out opportunity there. There's another missed toss, it's an overthrow, and they've rolled another, and I think they're going to go for a third, but they're not. They're going to be controlled here. Oh, they've run a third. That's a good bit of, it's a good bit of vision. Well, I don't know how the batsmen have managed to sneak in that many runs, but that's what happens when you're all eyes on a wicket.
Yeah, that's pressure from both sides. You can see how much it means to both of them.
All of a sudden, we had Shower on one knee there. It did strike the pad hard, but it looked as if it wasn't going to go anywhere near the stumps. And then suddenly an overthrow puts the ball down to mid-on, and he had to go chasing that long on. Shaw comes in again, and well played there.
That actually could have worked to Jersey's benefit there, obviously with the scoreboard, but also their adrenaline is up. They're hyped for it now again because this guy was only new to the crease, and they've played him in straight away.
Yeah, Don Bumplier. He's good with the ball and he's also very good with the bat. High score of 43. Before this tournament, 92 runs to his name in the Inter-Insular Cup. He was player of the Cup as well. And that's a good bit of bowling there. Good length from Shah. That's exactly what he wants to do. Force him on his front foot, but there's no way of driving that. Well, it's a good end to the over. 2 dot balls after that mad succession of running there in the middle, as we just take a look at the bowling stats here. Well, quick wickets. And good wickets. Crucial wickets as well. Talk us through this one, Kira.
I think the change-up from actually this end has been a bit of a change, like it's been the game changer. Their economy rate is absolutely fine. Like it's not as if they're going for much, but I think from Jersey's point of view, they've just got to keep on plugging away and keep the singles coming. Denmark are picking up the wickets at crucial times.
Well, this is Oliver Hold again from the 3G end at the KG5 ground. Just steps down the crease a little bit there, but that's just straight to the hands of the bowler. I'll tell you what, this 19-year-old's looking very impressive.
Absolutely, and he's shown intent to the bowler. He doesn't, not necessarily saying he's going to hit him out of the ground, but he's trying to take control of the situation.
Well, Denmark were meant to have a wee Scandinavian derby yesterday at the college field against Norway. Unfortunately, it was rained off. Hold comes in again, round the wicket. Comes down the crease, and he gets a bit more on that, but again, that's straight to the fielder there.
Well bowled. The bowler adjusted because he saw him moving. Clever cricket.
Well, they have got a guy there at short bit off.
Yeah.
Looks like they're having all covers basted here. Got a guy at deep square leg.
And deep fine leg, so the power play, they can push out more fielders now.
Deep cover point as well as Hold comes in again. And that one's just going to go straight to deep square leg. Bounces once, not enough on the catch there, and they just run the single there.
Nice feeling, nice cricket.
That's a good bit of batting there from Jonty Jenner.
Again, Denmark moving, backing up. You can see that everyone's up. Movement off the ball is really, really good.
Well, we've talked about this before. Once the power play finishes, all of a sudden, this Denmark team are going to need to maximise their fielding position, something that Jersey did very, very well. And that's a swing and a miss. Well bowled there from the youngster.
Yeah, I think you've got to just basically adapt to the game or the demands of the game, because you are allowed to have fielders out, but you don't necessarily have to put them out, because you're opening up gaps, and then you take the foot off the pedal and you're allowing the batting team to get singles. So you've got to react to the game. T20 cricket is all about reacting to each ball and to the game.
What's it like if you're in a situation where you have had a rain game called off and Hold comes in again? And that's just clipped in front of them. They run a very smart single here. Could be a run-out opportunity, but he's not hitting nowhere near the stumps. Well, that's a good bit of running there. They're keen to keep this momentum moving, play singles, and keep the scoreboard ticking over. But like I said, is that a dent in confidence? They were maybe eager to get out, start the tournament, and all of a sudden, it's no game and they have to wait another day.
For Denmark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think you forget about that and you just use this as your opening game.
Well, it's been a good over so far from Hold. As it comes in again. Strikes there, miss hit. Well, that's foul. Down a short fine leg, picked up nicely. And collected well as Hold ends the over with just a single free off it. Well, they moved to 46 for free after 7 overs here.
I think they should be looking to get 130. I think on seeing Denmark bat previously, they can definitely bat. So they have to take every run here. I felt yesterday against maybe Guernsey, there was a few runs left behind, and today's not the day to leave them.
Absolutely not. Oh, we've got a beautiful saltire in the sky with the jet streams, reminding me of home a little bit. And oh wow, it is the most stunning day here at the KG5 ground. If you're in Guernsey and happen to be watching this, pop on down. A bit of international cricket here for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Finals. It's a great occasion as the bowler comes in. And that's actually just a training shot. Well, this is Bashir Shah.
So just for the new bowler, he has deep cover, long on, long off, a cow and a square leg, all deep. So there's going to be lots of work to be done by the guys that are in the circle. And that's including the keeper.
Wow. Bags of experience does Bashir Shah have.
Bowler just making sure he's getting the right fielders in the right position.
Well, this is, of course, one of the first T20 internationals that Denmark have played. They've played a bag of T20s. He's picked up 10 wickets in his 14, has Bashir Shah. Again, different tournament, a lot at stake for these players. It's the nature of associate cricket. This comes in again, and that's driven hard, but it's collected. Well, the fielder there, mid-off. God, he had plenty on that, didn't he, Kira?
He certainly did. It was a great shot. Well bowled too.
And that's a good length, but he's gone way over the fielder's head there, and that's just going to bounce and hit for 4. And that's received well. Lots of little jersey flags.
Really nice shot. He held his balance and quick hands. Bat speed there was good to watch. Again, the batter has clearly looked around. He's seen his gaps and he's going to play to his strengths.
I'm just wondering if they're going to keep the man now at long off. Yeah, they've got a long on and long off now. And that's just played and missed. A big appeal there for a stumping.
Good hands by the keeper. Really good.
Well, no movement from the umpire there. Like you said, it's quick thinking. Looking to, again, just to, what a time this would be to get a wicket again, another partnership. Well, that's hit well. Just finds the gap there.
Really nice, using his crease.
Pierces through down to deep cover point and collected well. Seeing lots of red around the ground. Now it's very confusing whether they're supporting Denmark or they're supporting Jersey. Now my initial thinking is they're supporting Jersey.
Yes. I like this now. The batters again talking to each other, helping each other out. You know, they're in partnership out there facing this bowler.
That's one thing I have learned over my last day with commentating with you. You do love a bit of communication in the middle of the crease. And he tries the sweep shot there. It goes off a bit more gently, but there's no fielder there. And the fielder comes round from short leg.
It's quite hard being an inner circle fielder.
Inner circle fielder. That's a little tongue twister, actually.
It certainly was.
Excellent. Shah comes in again. And he tries...
Reverse sweep.
Certainly trying all the options here is Jonty Jenner. It's a good over, apart from being hit for 4. Just the 6 runs off that over. Run rate is currently sitting at 6.5 after 8 overs. Thoughts, Kira?
I'm happy. I just think they need to keep some wickets, and that's just keep going the way they are at the moment. The field has been spread. There's a lot of options there for runs. Running between the wickets is key at this stage, and just keeping their options open with wickets in hand. Again, we spoke yesterday. If they go into the last 5 and they have a couple of wickets in hand, it's party time.
Well, if you're just tuning in, these are games with a lot at stake. It's a pleasure to be commentating on this Men's T20 World Cup Europe final here in Guernsey. Live coverage all week from both the grounds here at KG5 and also College Field. Kira and myself, and also our colleague Andrew Leonard's commentating from College Field. Some great games all week. 6 teams. Only the winner goes through as well, which is very tough. A little change in bowling here. This is Ahmed.
Single taken there. Just keeping the scoreboard ticking over. 52 for 3 at the moment. Batters asking questions of the field.
Wonderful straight drive there. Is there a fielder there? It's gone straight for 6. Nearly into the football pitch there on the 3G ground. Oh, that's a wonderful bit of batting. Straight drive.
At this stage, these batters, I consider them in, and you can't allow them to free their arms like that. A really, really good shot.
Now Jonty Jenner showing what's in his toolbox there. And Ahmad getting the full treatment. And again, what a wonderful bit of T20 batting there. Just puts one onto the leg side and runs a 2 after hitting a nice 6. That's a good bit of batting.
Really nice. Again, we spoke about it earlier on when the field is spread, about soft hands and running the 2. You have to be ready to go. Good communication between the batters.
I've been very excited to see Jonty Jenner bat properly. The bowler comes in again, and he goes again on the leg side there. Tries almost a sweep shot, but it's just collected. Might have filled up. Yeah, well, Jonty Jenner in the Inter-Insular Cup. This bowler comes in. And that's a lovely little late cut there. That's going to roll towards the boundary, but they got a sweeper here. Collected down at cow corner. No, pardon me, not cow corner. And collected well. Well, yes, Jonty Jenner, he was the hero in the... we spoke about this yesterday. Guernsey and Jersey playing the annual Inter-Insular Cup. It's now in a 3-game T20 format, and it was the internationals for the first time ever. And the first ever game, could you believe it, went to a super over. And what are the chances of that?
I wouldn't mind seeing one this week.
I wouldn't, exactly. I'm holding my breath. Maybe today's the day. But yeah, Jonty Jenner comes on. They needed 15 to win, and he hit it 15 not out. 5 balls, 2 fours, 1 6. Do you get any classier than that? Well, this is Shah again from the hotel end. Also the retirement home end. Just clipped onto the leg sides. And they're going to go for 2. They're going to go too hard. You see, this is the difference here. There's a little bit of hesitation there, but if the Danish fielders wanted to strike hard, they have to go clinically, pick up the ball and go for the wicket straight away.
Absolutely. If you look at the batter, he just stepped across. He knew there was a gap there, and he just nurdled it in there and took the 2. Very comfortable.
He tries a reverse sweep there, and that time
Fantastic.
executes it, and it's going to go for the boundary. That's one of the shots of the day so far. Jonty Jenner again showing what he's got. What a wonderful, well-timed reverse sweep.
Yeah. This says to me that the bowler's not getting a lot of spin, so that they've obviously had a chat about it, and this must be a strength of his, the reverse sweep. Have you ever played a reverse sweep yourself?
I have. Twice.
Effective?
2 wickets. To my name. No, yeah, reverse sweep twice, and 2 ducks. And he gives him a more full toss there, and that's a good bit of bowling there. That's smart from Shah.
Absolutely.
Eliminating the option, just a bit of variation. Spin bowler yourself, you've got to be constantly thinking what you can do next. And again, gives him a bit of a fuller length there, and that one's just struck into the covers, picked up nicely there at long off, and collected well just for the single. Jonty Jenner Switches to the other ends. Don Bomplier now having a strike. Johnny Jones on 26. Bomplier on 6 himself. Here he comes. Reverse sweep and puts that one. Excellent shot there, and that's just going to roll down. Deep third man and go for 4. Well, what a good bit of batting.
Absolutely. Again, I'm going to go back to the communication between the batters. They've highlighted this to each other, and it's a clear strength for both of them. And I suppose it's a low risk shot if they're playing it well.
Well, this is turning into quite a little partnership so far between the two batsmen. Gets on one knee there, and that one just mistimes the drive a little bit, and it could roll for 4. Well, the fielder's on the knees there, lying on all 4s actually. Just kind of mistimes that, didn't he?
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there from Denmark. They won't be happy with that. Certainly as a captain, I wouldn't be happy with that. But again, these things happen. I think Denmark need to find somewhere just to get a little bit of energy. Someone needs to produce something. Keeper needs to be more vocal. Captain needs to get more involved. And just really get his team up and about.
Well, Jesse really taken a stomp on this game. We're sitting on the 10th over. 77 for 3, Kira. What can they do next?
There's still 60 balls to go. Like, if you put it that way, like, you know.
It's a lot of balls.
It absolutely is.
Well, like you said, they're going to look for a little bit of magic here. They do just look a little bit dejected. They need a wicket to strike. Raise the enthusiasm here. This is T20 cricket. It can constantly change. A partnership like this can suddenly lead Jersey towards that 100 mark as the bowler comes in again. It's back to Gino Jojo. That's a lovely little shot there.
Really nice shot to the fielder on the boundary. Again, just when the batters communicating with each other, push it, push it. They're very keen to take as many 2s here as they can.
Well, they've got a deep square leg and they also have a deep cover point. And that's a swing and a miss. That's a good bit of bowling there from Gino Jojo. I can't help but say his full name.
He'll take as many dots as he can get.
Well, there is also other action across the island today at the College Field. Another absolutely cracking clash between Italy and Germany, also considered 2 favourites. Andrew Leonard on commentary for that. Across the ball, hits the pad, no appeal there. Well, there was a half appeal there. I think they were maybe searching for something. You hear the noise of the pad and you're thinking, well, that's it.
Yeah, I think he might have got a little bit of bat there. But again, the outcome, a single there for Denmark, they take that.
Strikes the pad again, but it's going to be leg byes. They just run a very quick single there, like you said. Good communication, keen to run every single ball here. Keep that clock ticking over.
Yeah, batter just advances a little step, stays balanced. Obviously doesn't execute the shot, but still brings on the run. It's very hard for a bowler because you want to follow them with the ball, or you just don't want to give away runs.
Well, Gino Jojo coming in again. Over the wicket. And again, a nice
good response.
Well, that's a good bit of bowling. 80 for 3 here. From Bomplier. And struck a little differently. I don't like to think. Bomplier facing Jojo again. And he just times that. Fine edge, done a third man.
Really
Takes
nice.
the single. That's good. This has been a good over from Gino Jojo. 11 overs, as we're just going to take a look. The batting so far. What is the story of the innings? Well, this is incorrect. Pardon me for the scoreboard here. Farabee was the one called on 0. Bold on the second ball. Bisson, a great 25. Great hitting from Bisson. Ben Stevens also made another good appearance, but 10. And now it's this partnership between Jonty Jenner and Dominic Blampied.
The run rate is up over 7. It didn't reach that yesterday, so that's good to see.
Well, 81 for 3 after 11 overs. They've got to be looking at 120 plus here, Kira.
Absolutely. Bowler and batters slowing it down a little.
Wow.
So this is captain.
This is the captain. This is Hamid Shah. Plays that well onto the leg side there. A little hesitation in the running. There could have been a run-out opportunity if it was a direct hit. But Blampied safe in. Good running. Very good running. These two are very fast between the wickets.
Absolutely.
Well, Jonty Jenner, based down in Sussex, played a lot of Sussex second 11 cricket. Also that 12th man appearance for England against South Africa. Substitute fielder against Stuart Broad coming off. He got an appearance.
Hamid just adjusts there. He brings in a short third, pushing someone around deep backward square. Hamid would be an experienced bowler.
And that's gone over the head, and that's 6. What a shot that is!
Fantastic shot.
Wonderful shot on the onside. One knee forward, and he strikes that well out the middle of the bat.
Really nice shot. Some of these shots are hinting to me that there's not much spin out there. It's sitting up for the batters to hit. Again, balance and just execution of the skill.
Just cuts onto the leg side there. Just got to go behind the fielder. Picked up at fine leg.
Really good running.
Again.
Batters knowing exactly where the fielders are, really good communication, and they're really putting their head down and running.
Well,
it can be a difference between two teams. It certainly can.
Well, 8 off the over so far. Sorry, 9 off the over so far. Jonty Jenner facing, and he's gone big again, and there could be a fielder under this, and I think it might be the end of Jenner. Caught, and he departs on 36. What a big wicket that is!
That's actually a fantastic catch. That went up to the moon and back, and a slight bit of wind out, so great catch.
Well,
that's a big wicket.
They're going to come on for drinks as we just take a look at this. But one thing I've just very quickly noticed is we were talking about the enthusiasm in which they needed, but there was no massive celebration there. I think Denmark understand they've put themselves in a bit of a hole here.
Absolutely, but a change of bowling. Hamid coming on, and it just brought the wicket, because he's the captain, he's the leader out here, so maybe there is a little bit of inner belief here. That's a big wicket now, and it's going to be interesting to see. They have to keep the momentum going that they've built up with the running between the wickets, the shot selection. And for Denmark, they have to let the new batter know that he's new to the crease. Welcome.
Welcome to the KG5. Wow, if you're just tuning in, welcome as well to the KG5. This is a fascinating game in hands. It's the two teams considered up the favourites for the tournament. Jersey cruising victory, 8-wicket win over the host Guernsey yesterday. Channel Island rivals. Denmark, hot contenders to secure that place in the global qualifier and be one tournament away from playing the likes of Australia, New Zealand, India.
The dream.
The dream. Well, here he comes. Well, Anthony Hawkins-Kay is the new man at the crease.
4 runs.
Blampied hits a lovely 4. Rolls behind. It's a long leg. These are two batsmen that can also very handy with the ball. And there's a big, and he's given him. He's given him. Blampied departs. LBW, and he's gone. There's 2 in the over.
There you go. You talk about special moments in a game, and 2 wickets in an over could be a turning point for this game. I don't think that was the right shot. I understand there's a gap there, but I think he picked the wrong ball for that nurdle.
Overconfidence there.
Maybe.
Plompier. Now, suddenly, that partnership of Jonty Jenner and Don Bomplier is no more. 94 for 5 here, 2 wickets and an over. And it's the captain, Hamid Shah. He's been the man that's made the difference.
Absolutely, but I think from Jersey side they've got to bat out their overs. Get that score up to 130.
Well, what an over that was. 12 overs gone. We've gone suddenly 2 wickets more in favour of Denmark. The captain, Hamid Shah, coming on, making the difference. I'm just going to see who the new batsman is. And it's Ben Ward. Ben Ward, the new man at the crease. Well, Kira, this could be the turning point, like you said.
Absolutely, they need to have a look at their field. Let the batters know. I can see they're setting more of a ring field here. They still have a deep cover out, square leg out, mid on, mid off back. Okay.
Well, Hawkins K facing that delivery well. As you can tell by the camera, it's a little bit windy out here. It's a gorgeous day, but gusts of wind coming around. Legs guard.
Well bowled.
Legs guard comes in again.
Good change of bowling as well.
And that ball's just pushed along there to mid on. Collects a single, gets off the mark. Now Ben Ward coming up to face Nikolai Legsgaard. I do apologise for my Danish pronunciations. And that struck well. No, what a wonderful bit of fielding there from the bowler. Stopping a certain run. First fielder. Now 95 for 5.
Okay.
Well,
Momentum back on Denmark's side. You can feel they're up a little bit again.
Absolutely. A little more vocal in the field.
Yeah, body language walking in.
I noticed they put their Danish flags around 2 places just to really solidify their identity here. The KG5, and that struck well.
Good shot.
Driven to the covers. Man at long off there. They look for 2, but it's well fielded. Now it looks as though Denmark are really restricting these guys just to singles.
Absolutely, and the person who's running to the danger end has really got to do the work in the first run.
And here comes Nikolai again. Again, exact same shot. Just going to meet the man there at long off, pardon me. Fielded well, and again, just singles, but I have a feeling the batsman will be happy with that.
I think so,
2
but
quick
also
wickets.
I think the bowlers will be happy. That was a good over. He'd come on earlier on, he wasn't quite successful, and that was just fine.
He's got figures of 21 for 1 after his 3 overs as legs guard.
It's Captain Hamid Shah going to come on again. Shah.
Well, they're nearing this 100 for Jersey after 13 overs. 7 overs left. What's the target looking like now? 5 wickets down. 120. Surely.
I think 130, but the wickets that definitely lost will come into play.
That's a good bit of batting there, just a forward drive onto the onside. Collected well for a single. It's clever batting there from Hawkins K. Pretty handy with the ball, as we saw yesterday. Picked up more than a couple of wickets.
He picked up 4 wickets yesterday.
And that's caught and bowled. Oh, and the batsman hangs his head in shame. Ben Ward departs. Well, that's a wonderful bit of bowling there from
Absolutely,
the
he's just
bowler.
building pressure, and in fairness, he's backing it up with fantastic fielding.
Well, Hamid Shah, he's bowled 2 overs. Well, this is his 2nd over, and he's picked up 3 wickets. What a difference he's made to the team.
Yes.
Well,
I think this is the wicket keeper coming out.
this is Jake Dunford. What a wonderful catch he took yesterday. I'll wax lyrical about that incredible take. No doubt will be one of my highlights of this tournament. But let's see what Jake Dunford can do with the bat.
There's a lot of batting still to do here. I'm interested to see what mindset they come out with, how they go approach it. From a batter's point of view, they've still got 5-6 overs here. They don't want to leave any runs behind, and they certainly don't want to leave any balls behind. They want to face out the 20 overs here.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a confidence booster, but Jake Dunford has played 3 T20 internationals, all against Jersey. No runs scored. All against Guernsey, and no runs scored, so he's going to come. He's not facing easy opposition. Hamid Shah seems to be making the big difference here for the Danish side. Transforming the game, transforming his innings. 98 for 6. Gives him a full toss, and that's a nice shot to get off the mark. Well, that just hits the fielder there, a mid-off. So we see pretty widespread field here, Kira. Well collected, well there. Hamid Shah. He's only gone for 1 in the over so far. Collected a wicket.
His experience, he's mixing up the ball as well. It's really nice to watch.
He tries the scoop shot, and it just bounces off the wicketkeeper there, and he collects a single. I wonder if there was bat on ball there. He tried a very clever little scoop shot there.
Yeah,
Well, they've given out as buys. And that's well bowled again. Shah, what an over this has been. And what an over. 99 for 6. Another wicket collected there for the Danish side.
just from being a bowler, I think it's interesting. Sometimes if I see a batter play one of those shots, it kind of says to me that they're not comfortable. They want to get off strike. You know, there is gaps there, obviously, where he could have hit it, but he didn't play it very convincingly. So from a bowler's point of view,
we're licking your lips.
I would be kind of going, oh yeah, give me another over. But I could be proved wrong here. Let's see.
Well, come on, New Jersey boys, stick in there as the call from the fans on the sideline here. They'll be hoping to still get at least 115. 6 overs to go. Hawkins K, he can bat himself. He's got 42 runs to his name in the 2 innings he's had in T20 International. The high score is 25. How his team need him now? And that's a shot there. That's a really good shot. One knee, puts it through the covers and collected well. It's a good bit of bowling now from Nikolai.
And this left arm coming around, he comes from quite a height, digs it into the wicket.
Well, this is a Danish side that can also bat very well. So we're looking to see if they put on a prominent score as that ball just skips down there to third man. And it was nearly another bit of acrobatic fielding there from legs guard. But they just pick up a single. And the strike now switches to Hawkins K. 102 for 6. 14.4 gone. Just plays that. That plays off the pad. That's going to be like buys. Every run counts. That's good running there from Dunford. He spotted a single very quickly. This ball popped down a fine leg. What are you going to say to each other in the middle here, Kira, as the bowler comes in again? And that's really well played by Jake Dunford.
I think that what they've done in this over is actually really good. They've pushed around a couple of singles. That'll give them confidence. They'll come down, they'll talk to each other, they'll talk about the wicket, how the bowler's approaching them, and just they really need to say to each other that they need to last it here. They've 5 overs, so many runs still to be got.
Have you been in a situation like this yourself for Ireland?
Probably with 2 overs to go. No, but definitely, if I was coach, I'd be saying we definitely need to see out all the overs and get as many runs as possible, which is stating the obvious, I suppose.
Well, 104 for 6 after 15 overs. Hamid Shah again. That's a wonderful shot there against Jake Dunford. He had no runs to his name in T20 internationals, but he's batting very well right now.
Absolutely. Rotating the strike. Hamid is definitely putting pressure on them. They've obviously recognised him as one of their better bowlers.
Well, 2 square cuts in a row for Dunford, collecting singles. As Hawkins K just drives that down on the leg side. Picked up there by the man at long on. He collects another single, so they are rotating the strike very well here. They are communicating, looking to not give Hamid Shah another wicket. Just puts a bit more pace on that one. Again, driven well, collected again by the man at long on. And that's just another little misfield there. We've seen that a couple times with the Danish side. Just off camera, you just see a bit of sloppy fielding. Not quite as clinical as the Jersey fielding was yesterday. But again, this is the first game Denmark have played in the tournament. Cancellation yesterday against Norway. And that's gone aerial. Hamid Shah stretches out. Picked up, and they pick up another single here. It's been single Pringle for the entire over. Happy to rotate the strike, happy to keep the score ticking along. Still got plenty of balls to come.
Absolutely.
That's played well. Just scoops that round him on one knee, and again picks up another single. This is looking like a cozy little partnership. And plays a nice little reverse sweep there. Well, pardon me, just a sweep shot. Collected at the man at fine leg. And that's the end of the over. Well, 6 balls and 6 singles, Kira.
Yeah.
Right mentality?
I think so, just at the moment. I think they're building themselves up for the big few last overs. I think Denmark should be happy because they brought down the run rate quite a bit. But at the same time, you'd like to squeeze on them just a little bit more.
Well, it's cool for drinks so far, but we just have a look at how the innings is shaped up. Again, it was Bisson with a 25, not Farabee. We have Ben Stevens on 10. Johnny Jenner with a great 36 as well. But it's this partnership of Hawkins K and Dunford, which is just keeping Jersey in the game so far. After the quick wickets on the captain, Hamid Shah does very well.
So we're going to have a change of bowling from the far end.
The far end. We're back to that, Kira. We're back to that. The far end. The Astro end. Is this Oliver Holt again? Calls have come on Ola. Oliver Holt. He bowled very well at the start. Managed to grab a wicket. Beats the batsman well there. Well, that's a good choice by the captain there to change things up.
Yeah, I think this is a clever move, and also it's nice with the amount of left arms they have. It's a good little bowling unit. Fielders need to get up and about, especially in the circle, really set the tone.
Took well onto the leg side there, just grabs another single. Batsman just rotating the strike once again, keeping the score ticking along. 111 for 6 now in the 17th over. Ooh, man, a deep point. Man at deep square leg. Long off. Deep, fine leg. All bases covered right now as Hole comes in again. Tries to ramp shots. No fielder underneath it. Well, that's good vision there by the batsman. They should run 2 here, and they're going to run 2 here. Dunford's called for 2. And that's a good bit of running there from Jake Dunford. Good bit of batting. Smart cricket.
Again, the batters are highlighting the gaps in the field and using the ball, using the pace off the ball as well. It sometimes can work against you when you put pace on the ball because you just need to, put it into areas.
In comes Hold again.
Oh, and he slowed it up. Well bowled.
Slower delivery. And that's good bowling from the youngster. 19 years old. He's played Denmark under 19s and a few games for Denmark. He's coming to this tournament. And what an incredible opportunity this is for not just Hold, but all the players. An opportunity to reach the global qualifiers. And that's gone high in the air. It's going to go over the keeper. No, it's caught. What a wonderful catch. Wonderful catch there at third man.
Well bowled. The bowler had got on top of him the last ball and the batter advanced down the wicket and it was clear that the bowler was on top of him.
Well, Udin was the receiver there and that's the end of Jake Dunford. Goes for 8. A wonderful little knock and has kept the scoreboard ticking over, but that was a hard catch, wasn't it? He had to dive back.
Absolutely well watched.
Well watched, landed on his back just at third man. And it was a difficult one to track as well. I thought it was going over his head. Well, we're just going to wait for the new batsman to come out here. But he's being applauded off as well. Jake Dunford, but we're seeing... And here we are, mission accomplished. I've spotted the Danish contingent at the KGV, Kira. Little Danish flags flying high. I love it. This is what this tournament's all about. Well, they've regrouped the Danish side. We see the new batsman coming in here. I'm just going to get his name. It looks as though they must be aiming for 130, you would think. A bit of power hitting.
Yeah, they still have wickets in hand.
Well, this is the captain. This is Charles Perchard. Charles Chuggy Perchard is his nickname as well. What a nickname that is.
What a name.
What a name. Well, new man at the crease, Hawkins K. 8 off 13 here. 113 for 7. Coming to face Ollie Hold. And that's just put onto the leg side there. Played off his hip. They're just going to run a single here. And now, that's the end of the over. Well, it's an over again. And Oliver Hold is struck once again.
Absolutely. And there was 4 coming off that over. Denmark have got to be happy with that with a wicket.
We'll just look at the bowling figures here. Obviously Hamid Shah down the bottom there, the captain, picking up 3, going for 20 from his 3 overs, and what a difference he's made. But a 19-year-old Oliver Hold in the middle of your screen there. 2 wickets, 10 runs, 3 overs.
Yeah,
what a performance.
All in all bowlers have performed and the fielders have really backed them up. The economy rates aren't too bad. But these last 2 overs now could be game-changing.
Hamid Shah going to be bowling his 4th over here. Can he strike again? Hawkins K goes for a sweep shot there. That's just going to roll down a fine leg. Picked up, they run a single. And now Charles Perchard, the captain, is going to face his first balls of the innings.
Sorry, my bad. I said there was 2 overs to come. There's actually 3.
Oh, there we are. One more cricket. Well, Perchard just getting an eye of what's around him. And he plays a late cut there. And that's a nice shot to get off the mark there. He's just going to run to a single. So it's picked up there. An extra cover. That's a nice shot to get off the mark here. That must fill him with a bit of confidence with only the couple of overs to go. Plays a reverse sweep straight into the hands. And it's a wonderful catch. Low on his feet there. Picked up a deep backward point. Oh, a backward point. And that is
Another cheap wicket.
Hawkins K's now departing, making the
That's a pity.
long walk back to the pavilion. 116 for 7.
I think in this situation, one of the batters has got to take control, and you've got to help each other and talk each other through it. I don't think that was the right shot to play, especially with the fielders that are out at the moment. There's so many gaps within the circle. Again, it could be a strength shot of his, but in what's needed now, I think that was maybe the wrong shot.
Well, 116 for 7. A new batsman's coming in. Gonna get his name. What do they do in this situation? Do they aim? Do they go for the big hitting?
Yeah. It comes down to also what you've talked about before match. What are your plans in this situation?
Well, Elliot Miles is the new man at the crease. He's going to have to face the danger man here of Hamid Shah, who's on a 5-foot. Picked up 4 wickets. He could pick up the first 5-fer of the tournament. Could be the first 5-fer in Danish international T20 history. That's a nice ball. Well left by the batsman. Bit of turn of pace, bit of variation. He's bowled very well.
He's just very relaxed and goes about his business.
Well, the breeze has kicked in again.
Yeah, exactly.
KGV. Gives him the full toss. Nearly strikes the pad there. Manages to get back on it. Runs to the leg side. Picked up another man there at mid wicket. Well,
you can see how much Hamid knows his bowling, that he also instilled confidence within his players. They relax when he bowls.
And he's got 1 ball left here. Like I said, he's on that 5-foot. Can he do it? Charles Burchard. Facing. Hits a lovely single there. Does the captain of the Jersey side. And that marks the end of Hamid Shah. He's been very well received by his teammates there. He's bowled very well. And he's put the game right into Danish hands.
Fantastic spell. Captain spell.
Leading from the front. Well, 118 for 8 here at the end of the 18th, over 2 overs to go. I think we may see some power hitting here.
Yeah, he also came on at a time where the Jersey boys kind of got on top of the run rate, and he changed the game completely there around the 12th, 13th over.
Well, we're going to see Elliot Miles. And Charles Burchard hopefully finish this game off for Jersey. It's been a wonderful innings, wonderful occasion as well here at the KGV ground, the Europe finals. Crowds around here in Guernsey watching some international cricket, a lot at stake as well. And that's just short of the fielder there at mid-on. He struck that hard.
He certainly did. He also got away with it, the bowler. Well fielded. He might be disappointed he didn't get that away.
Well,
free tosses in the 18th over. Free full toss.
Free full toss. Well, this is Ollie Hold at the bottom of your screen. Just calling for a fine leg just to come in from deep and just coming a bit shorter.
Yeah, he's just dropped out his mid-on, mid-off back.
We've got a long on, long off as well. Deep square leg, deep cover point. And that's played down the leg side. That's lovely, just played off the hips there by Charles Burchard. He's looking a classy batsman so far. And they're happy to rotate the strike, just take the singles. Ollie Hold has really impressed me.
For such a young guy, he's mixed it up quite a bit.
Well, both sides in red. It's going to be an interesting chase. Possibly 125 at this rate. And that plays a lovely late cut there. And that's a nice way. Elliot Miles to rotate the strike. Lands at the boy at point. Now, what have you made of this Jersey innings, Kira?
I've certainly been impressed by their running between the wickets. Where they haven't scored the biggest of shots, they've certainly ran well.
Gives them a bit more of a full toss there. That lands a bit more fuller. He tries a bit more of a drive, but a dot ball.
Yeah, he just wants to be moving to the ball. At this stage, you want bat on ball. Again, it's easier said than done from here because there is obviously pressure out there, nerves. But I like to see then, just as I've mentioned before, the batter coming down, helping him. They're batting together out there.
Now 120 for 8 in the 19th over. Struck well. There's a fielder there at long off, collected before the boundary. They look for 2, but they're only going to run the 1. That's good fielding all round by the Denmark team. Restricting singles at this late in the game. We saw the Jersey guys do the exact same to Guernsey. Only the 7 balls to come in the innings. As the wind has picked up. And he tries the ramp shot again, and that one's going to roll for 4, we think. What a classy shot there from Elliot Miles. That's a nice way to get your first 4 of the game. Not seen a boundary in a while.
No, and I think that'll just help the confidence out there in the middle. Big over coming up.
Well, that's a nice way to end the over there.
He positioned himself really, really well there and committed to the shot. That's the most important thing.
Well, Ollie Holds finished his bowling for the day, and we'll just take a look at the bowling figures before we enter the final over. He picked up 2 wickets, the 19-year-olds. Hamid Shah, the captain, 4 wickets to his name. At the top, Khan and legs guard with 1 wicket apiece as well. But if you look at them economy rates, it's what you want to see in T20 cricket.
Absolutely.
Well, 1 over to come here.
Little bit of kung fu fighting out in the middle.
Everybody wants kung fu fighting.
No, Ian, no.
No singing.
No.
Correct.
Yep.
You heard me in the hotel while having a breakfast this morning. But 125 for 8. Can they reach 130? Can they reach 135? 1 over to come. It's been a very to and fro innings so far. Denmark winning the toss, electing to bowl first. We're going to find out if it was a smart decision, but so far Hamid Shah is the man that's made the difference. 4 wickets to his name. Elliot Miles at the crease, the face, the bowler. Oh, it's Gino Jojo bowling from that end. They grab a single, plays the cut shot, picked up a point. Gino Jojo bowling from the other end this time.
It's actually well fielded. That actually came quite quick to him. Put his body on the line. Again, batters meeting in the middle, discussing what the game plan is. They need to run everything here. Move to the ball. Get bat on ball.
Well, he's just pushing his deep fine leg just a bit more finer. After seeing the ramp shot be played, I'm sure I know why. She comes in again, a Miles. And that's well struck, but it just finds the man at mid-off. Grabs another single.
Used his crease, step back a little bit, give himself room. He didn't pierce through the covers, which I think he thought he was going to do. But again, a single. Keep it ticking over. Do you like that? Ticking over. Chipping away.
Chipping away.
Yeah.
Chipping away. I think we've said that a few times. No matter, we're going to say that over the rest of the game. Stream live in the ICC. As Gino Jojo plays that ramp shot again. It hits the keeper. It could be a run out if it was a direct hit. It's going to be another run out. Oh, no. 2 attempts. An overthrow. They're going to run 2. And that's much to the support there of the Jersey guys in the changing room. They've run another.
Oh.
And there's that run out. And that's a run out. Talk us through that one, Kira.
Trying to rewind what happened in my head.
That all happened at once.
Yeah, I feel the last run they didn't need to take. They had got some additional runs, which is a pity. But
was he right to risk it?
God, yeah.
Well, they had a wicket in hand.
Yeah.
That was a bit of bizarre fielding there.
Yeah, that was like tennis. You didn't know where to look at one stage.
It came back to the keeper. The keeper tried to strike the stumps. The ball rolled along the wicket. They grabbed another. Then it was an overthrow back.
Yeah.
As the Gino Jojo tried to hit the stumps. Then that ball went down to nearly long off. Collected again. Collected by the fielders. I think Elliot Miles wanted to see another run, and it was again eventually hit the stumps. So a bit of carnage out in the field there. So we've seen Perchard be joined by us. We're just going to get the name of the batsman here. This is Will Robertson. Now only free to come. And that's a good bit of bowling from Gino Jojo. 2 to come now. 129 for 8. Can they maybe reach 1-3? 130. It's been a very interesting innings here at the Europe final in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. All the games streamed live across the Facebook channels, across YouTube. Interesting encounter again. College Fields. Andrew Leonard on commentary. Italy, Germany. 2 favourites as well. Gino Jojo coming around the wicket. And that's a good shot. They're going to run 2 here. No, just a single. Well, Perchard's going to be facing the final ball here, the captain. You think he's going to go big?
He's trying to work out. He's telling the other guy just be ready to run no matter what.
Ready to run.
Keeper staying back.
I think Gino Jojo, if I was a betting man, would
Everyone's
maybe
pushed to the edge of the circle.
he might put a slower ball in here. A lot of anticipation. I think he's going to go big. He's lining this up. Strikes the pad. They're going to run a single. And they're going to finish on 1-3, 1 for 9 after their 20 overs. Well, what an interesting innings that was.
Absolutely, back and forth. But definitely the captain coming on in the middle changed it. He instilled confidence in his team and took some wickets.
Well, that means they're going to require... Should we just confirm the score here? Yep. 1-3-1 they finish on, so it's going to need 1-2, 1-3-2 to finish. We're just going to take a look at the batting statistics here and just talk through this innings. Well, they were put in a bowl by the Danish. And they got off to a flying start. It is Corey Bisson who scored the 25 runs there, contrary to the scoring system we see on our screens. And a fantastic knock from Jonty Jenna.
Yeah, absolutely. The middle overs there, they definitely built up a really good partnership. Some really, really good running between the wickets. And they put it to the Danish team. But then, again, going back to the captain, he really... he got wickets at vital times.
Well, this is the bowling figures here for the Denmark side. As you see at the bottom, Hamid Shah, 4 wickets, 23 runs off his 4 overs. And if you just look at the bottom of your screen with the full of the wickets, the game really changed. 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th wickets, and going for 90, 94, 98 and 113 after the start they had. But you see that 3rd, 4th wicket partnership. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to take a quick break and we'll be joining you for the Danish innings here for live coverage of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final 2019 live from Guernsey. And welcome back to this encounter in the men's ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final, live from Guernsey. All games being streamed live on the Facebook channels and the YouTube channels of the Men's T20 World Cup, and also the ICC YouTube page. Myself, Ian Leggett, joined by Kira Metcalf, and we are about to see Denmark try and chase down 1-3-1.
Yeah, a really exciting game ahead. Yesterday, Jersey, playing against Guernsey, they used 7 bowlers. So I'm interested to see if they chop and change and try to get early wickets here before the power play, and see how this game unfolds.
So who are the bowlers to watch in terms of their performance yesterday, Kira?
Hawkins K picked up 4 yesterday. They all bowled very, very well and stuck to their game plans. That is one thing we noticed by Jersey, backed up by the field. Their fielding was superb. So let's see if this is the case again today.
So you see the scoreboard below you. That's obviously going to change to the Danish innings, but we will just see who this opening pair is at the moment. We have that's just played late there. Good opening bowling there. Well, it's Will Robertson once again opening the bowling here for Jersey. Take away our scorebar there. Well, it's Nikolai Leisgaard opening as well, facing here.
Oh, well bowled.
What a wonderful bit of bowling.
The movement. Batter indicates that it's moving, sends back the message to his partner, Crime. Jersey boys throwing the ball around. Lots of energy out there, and I'd say the Denmark team can feel it.
Will Robertson, he showed a bit of menace yesterday. Coming in. And they run a quick single, and they're off the mark, the Danish team.
Left-hand, right-hand combo up front here for Denmark. Fields changing, and they've third man out and a square leg. Ringfield in, lots of energy. Big start here. Well bowled. Lots of energy.
Well, this is the captain, Hamid Shah, and also star with the ball. Picked up 4 wickets to dismiss Jersey. Well, not dismiss, after 20 overs, leave them on 1-3-1 for 9. Bowled very well, the captain. Transformed the game, picking up 2 wickets in an over, and suddenly the partnership of Jenner and Don Bomplier, who we're both going to see appear today in the bowling unit. In comes Robertson again, over the wicket. That's played late by the captain. And again, we are seeing a very, very energetic Jersey unit, aren't we?
Absolutely. You can see straight away the batters are aware of this. Slip in place, lots of movement, everyone backing up, movement off the ball.
I honestly would challenge someone to get in contact and alert me to a side that is more vocal and more energetic in the field than this Jersey side right now, as Robertson comes in again. And that's played. He finds a gap there. He pulls that really nicely to the boundary. And what a way to get off the mark, Hamid Shah. 4 runs straight onto the leg side. Gorgeous shot.
Fantastic shot. He leaned back, gave himself room. Nice balance. That will instill confidence.
Well, they end the over there. 5-0. Robertson. Is it just me who's carrying a bit more pace than he was last time?
Yeah, it seems so.
I think, well, last time we saw him bowl from the other end. What is known for us as he was bowling originally from the side we're going to bowl from now, which is the hotel end. But we've seen the 2 different sides of the wicket play differently.
Yeah. We noticed yesterday the ends they're going to bowl into now was kept a little bit low. Let's see how it pans out. So a deep square in place and a third man. No slip.
Well, Anthony Hawkins K, he made a nice appearance with the bat. And now we're going to see him Tries down at bowling. How many wickets did he pick up last time? It was the 4 wickets against Guernsey. He bowled very well. Starting off with this medium pace dynamic. And that's a great length, but he's pulled that away lovely. It's going to be picked up by deep square leg. And that again, chasing after every ball, minimising the risk of boundaries. It's exactly what they did against Guernsey. And they're in a completely different mentality now. Denmark have the potential, pardon me, Claire, of hitting 1-3-2 quite easily.
Yeah, and something I picked up on yesterday, they work hard on their throwing, and it's definitely evident when you see them fielding.
Wow.
Did you call me Claire?
I did. I did call you Claire.
I'll take an apology.
Well, live on air, I apologise. Kira Metcalf's former Irish international, over 100 wickets to your name. And that's played off the leg. Looking for leg byes, but they're not. They're going to strain themselves there. My deepest, sincerest apologies.
I have a good friend Claire, and people do call us.
Well, that's no reason why I should.
Yeah.
If you ever call me James, my brother's name, I will... Oh, the anger I will feel. Well, we're going to be spending a long time commentating together, Kira. This is just the second game of many. Hawkins K just forcing, and they run a quick single. That's good vision there from the other batsman. And it was very close to a run out. A lot of hands on head. Well, that's a good bit of fielding there. And you immediately hear the audible gasp in unison. It's like a choir. Brilliant stuff from the Jersey team there. And we look around the ground here at the KGV. Less blue sky, more overcast conditions. But plenty of Jersey flags.
Jersey flags, we're seeing more and more. These guys are up for it. This is going to be a good contest.
Now in comes Hawkins K again. Bit of medium pace. And that's gone high in the air. We think this could be caught. The wicketkeeper Jake Dunford going after it. Oh, what a catch! What a catch here at the KGV. Jake Dunford, that's 2 in 2 games. He ran back at least 50 yards. He dove forward, and he's taken an absolute screamer here in the Europe finals.
That was even better than yesterday.
Oh, how does he do it? Look at him. He can barely believe it. What an absolute beauty. And that spells the end for Nikolai. I cannot barely believe that's Nikolai Langsgaard walking away back to the crease, back to the pavilion, pardon me. But what an unbelievable catch that was by the keeper.
He took off and never gave up, and he really had to adjust just at the end. It was fantastic.
He ran so far for that, did his best impression of a sprinter, could barely believe he was going to went high in the air, and he leapt forward. And what a way to boost your team's morale.
Absolutely.
It's all about these moments.
I'm interested to see now the body language of Denmark. Jersey on top here a little.
I'm sure that video will be available for replay after the completion of this game. Would love for people to see that. As Hawkins K comes in again. And that's a great length, but it's played nicely. Late cut there, just pulls that behind him, and that slides back. The third man.
Jersey have started very high tempo here, and I think Denmark have just got to keep on talking to each other, the two batters, and just try to take them out of the picture a little.
I'm still trying to get my head over that catch, Kira. That was utterly bonkers. Magic moments here in the Europe finals at Guernsey. Hawkins K gets another one to his name. That's 5 in the tournament now. And he comes. Well, he plays that very well. That's a good length. And look at Jake Dunford. He's got so much energy on his feet. Well, calls for great work, Dunny. Well, here he is. He's running towards his favoured position here at long on.
We spoke yesterday about special moments in a game. Do you think that was one?
I can't. I mean, you got to be pulling my leg. You know, that was. I mean, as special as it gets. What a catch! And you can just see the buzz. We got Elliot Miles in front of us here, and he's playing the Johnny Jenner role. Robertson, good bit of pace, but they run a very quick single here, and it's nearly a run out. What an opportunity! The umpire's giving it a direct hit, and they're running around the ground. What a throw there for the fielder.
That was
Arms in the air, 2 magic moments in 2 overs.
another piece of magic. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, we're just going to figure out who put the throw there. Well, that was Hawkins K.
Is there anything he can't do? Again, he came in like a plane landing, grabbed the ball, front arm, and executed well.
Well, that spelled the end to the batsman there.
Wow, that sends a big message.
Already in. And straight out. And that is a miraculous bit of fielding there. Well, that's the end of Baharaj. But Jersey, we've talked about how energetic they are. And that was incredible. Celebrations and everything. What a moment there for Hawkins K. Scoops the ball up. Direct hit on the stumps at the batsman end. And that's as impressive as it gets.
What a celebration.
Arms ahead. He did the aeroplane impression. I think that seems to be a Jersey favourite. Well, it's all smiles here. The Channel Islands has come out all guns blazing. 8 for 2 in the 3rd over. Incredible scenes here in the Europe final. Hawkins K is the man on the mission. In he comes, Robertson. Beats the bat, big appeal, and I think that's a little half-hearted there. I think they're searching for something. Kira, what do you think?
It was well bowled. I think Hamid Shah has got to go down and talk to his player, let him know that they're together there, and readjust their plans and make sure they're on the same sheet.
I'm just going to get the name of the new batsman in here for Denmark, but they certainly need to come. Well, this is Oliver Holds. No, pardon me. Udin. I just mix up my names on the team sheet there. Just plays out on his leg side there and just puts Shah into strike. That's probably the correct decision there. Just bounces off, gets off the mark. And now you've got maybe the more measured and composed Shah to face the rest of this over.
Yeah, and you don't want to get into a situation where you want Hamid searching to get down the other end each time. You want him allowed to play his natural game as well. So the other batter has got to allow that to happen.
Well, Robertson's picked up a wicket already in this. And that's just bounced off his glove. What a brilliant bit of bowling.
Fantastic.
Well, you can already see the energy and the enthusiasm on your screens there. The players are jumping around in front of us. Every single ball right now is being met with a round of applause from the Jersey teammates.
This is game on.
Absolutely. The dynamic has flipped. 9 for 2 in the 3rd over. Exciting stuff here in the Europe final. And he beats the bat once again.
It's really good bowling.
One to come.
Last ball of the over, 3 dots in a row, possibly. Pressure, pressure. Again, the fielders are square leg out and a third man.
Well, he just plays a late cut there, landed at point. And again, they look like they're just going for the direct hit every time.
Yeah.
You've talked about they're working on their clearly. Jake Dunford does a little of acrobatics on the ground as well. He's like a jack in the box right now. You can't keep control of him.
No, it's fantastic. Their movement off the ball is really, really good. They work as a good unit. I'd be interested to know what the conversations are happening out there for the batters.
Well, fly on the wall. To be in the Danish changing room at the innings break, there must have been a lot of drive and a lot of momentum, but 2 moments of absolute magic here at the KGV ground, and all of a sudden, game on in this Europe final. Ian Leggett and Kira Metcalf here for live coverage of this encounter, Jersey versus Denmark. As Hawkins K comes in, played onto his leg side, just off his hip, picked off of the man at short mid wicket there. Just thrown back in the Dunfords. Well, they've changed ends. I think that's going to have to be a captain's innings here.
I agree. A little bit of consolidation, maybe 4 and over or so. Get their mindset, a lot of positive self-talk.
And he's hit that very well, and that could be one of the shots of the day. Played off his hip, and it's gone for 6.
That is fantastic.
Square shot there, flicked off his hips, uses his wrist well, and that was incredible.
He picked that up so fast, so balanced. Really, really good.
We said he needed a captain's knock, and that's a captain shot.
I think that went over to Jersey, actually.
Well, there's a lovely crowd around the ground now. There was a lovely atmosphere at the innings break. People glad to see international cricket and a major tournament played on their home island.
That's just a clear sign of what this captain can bring to the Danish side. He just needs to spend time at the crease.
They're not wanting that ball. The umpire's just called for that ball to be played into the hands a little more. Because there's a couple throws there. It just landed a bit aggressively. So he's just inspected the ball as Hawkins K comes in again. And that's a wonderful bit of bowling. It's just missed the gloves, and it might roll for 4 back behind him.
That was a really good comeback by the bowler.
He got a bit unlucky there.
He did. Khan just, or Hamid just keeping it out. Ten off the last 2 balls, 11 in total off this over.
In he comes. Plays that fine. Well, that's a good response there from Hawkins K after getting absolutely walloped for 6 and then an unlucky 4. A nice dot ball just to control himself. Hawkins K, the star of the show so far. A beautiful wicket and a beautiful catch from Jake Dunford, and also the run out. And he comes. Catch him! And that's out. And that's a wonderful catch. Jake Dunford's got a second. He runs. Running around. You can't keep control of these Jersey players right now. Hands in the air.
Oh, disappointment.
Well,
that was a fantastic catch. A little bit ball, a little bit shorter. He thought he got on top of it. Square cut. Oh, disappointment.
Well, he played the shot there. He just cut it straight to the hands at point.
It was a sharp catch. But again, the energy that these Jersey boys are really showing, it's contagious.
It is. I can barely see. I'm not sure if you hear my voice, but every wicket it's difficult to stay in your seat. As we see another Danish batsman stride out of the pavilion here. They're going to need to control themselves and just maybe add a bit more temperament to this game and just get a hold of this innings, because at the moment it's all Jersey, all guns blazing. Kira, what do you say when you're up in the dressing room like that? When the batsman's about to go out, what's the message?
It's really hard. It's also just how maybe the batters who are out also react. They need to get those guys going in the team room. Pass on the knowledge that they have coming out and keep that team together. This is not over by any means.
And you hear that roars of oh yes boys after the bowling of there from Hawkins K. A dot ball, a wicket and a dot ball. What a response after being absolutely flung for 6.
Yet again, he's leading the way with the ball. 4 wickets yesterday. Well, 3 overs yesterday. Hit for 14 and picked up 4 wickets.
Well,
today, he's on the list again. And a spectacular piece of fielding.
well, Udin's the man in, and also, unfortunately, cannot get a name for this as he has no shirt number. So we're gonna figure that out when we can get that. But they've lost the captain. They've lost a big wicket. Hamid Shah for Jersey. In comes Robertson. And another beautiful bit of bowling there. Just plays it forward and misses the bat. What an opening partnership this has been.
Yeah, the batters are a little bit... do we go forward? Do we go back? It's a good bowling. Been backed up by the fielding again.
We said before the game, Jersey have an attitude in the field that is second to none. The way they're celebrating each wicket is just showing how much this means to them. Gets a little bit, that goes fine. Pops down a third man. Hits the stumps again. There's a half-hearted appeal there, but the umpire's having none of it. Well, they're hitting the bails.
They certainly are.
Very close in. What a use of the power play.
Yeah, and they've also spoken about this, I'd say, beforehand, that they'd nearly take 4 overthrows with the chance of hitting that wicket, and it'd be well worth it as well.
Well, Denmark in a bit of a rut now. 20 for 3 in the 5th over. Robertson coming in again.
Well bowled. Fantastic bowling.
And a beautiful bit of pace there.
Again, going back, I keep on saying it, the batters should now come in and talk to each other, help each other. What's he doing with the ball? How are you approaching it? How could we approach it? Where are the fielders? How many overs are left in the power play? These are all little things that the two batters should communicate to each other.
Plays that forward there, and that's a bit more comforting for Udin. Just manages to get the better of Robertson there. I think they're going to have another over here just to take a breath and find out where the runs are, because at the moment it is all Jersey. Now Elliot Miles calling from the boundary here. Deep third man. That's a great length there. Just collected at mid-on and back to the keeper. You see the ambition. This is something we did not see from the Denmark team.
Yeah.
Kira, just every ball, aggression, no matter what they're doing.
Absolutely. Movement off the ball is fantastic too.
We just have a look. And the travelling Jersey contingent are all smiles right now. A couple of Jersey flags flung around the place. A few Danish as well. It's just good to see the travelling support. And that's played forward. Short mid-wicket there.
Another great over.
Wow.
Really, really good.
Robertson is shining on his debut. Not his debut, pardon me. Well, this opening pair, if we just take a look at the bowling figures so far, there's a maiden over. Well, look at this. 2 wickets for Hawkins K. Plus a run out. Robertson. 1 maiden, 3 overs and gone for 6 runs.
Jersey coach will be happy.
I'm sure he will be. The bowling coach will have a big smile on his face. As it's just a little bit of discussions happening.
It's been a big start for Jersey, but you've seen a T20, it changes so quickly. Someone could get off here and really like one of these bowlers and take it back towards them.
Well, we're getting the introduction, pardon me, Kira, as I just spot in here, of Don Bomplier.
Yeah.
And what a game he had yesterday.
Absolutely, and I think just from the opening pair, they'd want to keep them maybe for an over or so if it's the case. They obviously like the wicket, they're getting something out of it. Last over of the power play.
Well, I'll be happy if they're restricting for anything under 30 in this power play right now, Jersey. Denmark needing 132 runs to win in their 20 overs. Jersey coming on the back of an 8-wicket win over their Channel Island rivals Guernsey yesterday. Full of confidence, and that's very evident. The fiery start they've got underway here. Well, Don Bomplier is very handy. Just plays a late cut there, lands at point, and again flung into the bails. I mean, is there a need in doing that?
Well, do you know, you can argue it, but I think at the same time, it's the message it's sending to the batters. You know, they can't get outside their crease. These guys are sharp. It's the intent. I like seeing it. It's definitely, it helps.
I don't think the umpire does, having a walk from his square position
Well,
there.
he's getting his steps up.
Get his steps up, why not? Hard enough.
Oh,
Oh, he plays that very fine.
pretty flat, but again, effective. It's funny how all the leggies always have 23 on their back.
Oh, is that a little says you say that with a grin? And he's gone big, and he might go over the head of the fielder here, and that's a great shot there Launches one over to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, just a little bit of width there given by the bowler, and the batter freed his hands. They do have to take control of if they get a little bit of with low risk shot still at this time because the fielders are in.
Well, 22 years old, Don Bonplier. This ball comes in, just plays another late cut there. As well. Picked up 2 wickets in the game yesterday. Bowled us 4 overs. Went for 23 runs. He's gone big again, but there's someone there at mid-on. It's collected well at mid-off now. The bowler, oh, it's good fielding there. One there to back up. They are a real unit.
Yeah, they are. Also, an extra bit of flight there from the leggy. The batter didn't get underneath it.
There's a little bit shorter delivery there.
Yeah, I think he pulls it down just to maybe just get through the ball, so he's not giving them any space, which is clever, I suppose, for the last ball.
Well, that's a pretty solid over there.
Yeah.
To begin with, just going for the 6 runs. A couple singles at the ends.
I think as a bowler as well, you might necessarily take the wicket. You want to build as much pressure at your end so you can hand it over to your the bowler at the other end, and maybe they take the wicket, but I suppose collectively it's a team wicket, so.
Absolutely.
Seems to be a change of bowling as well, the far end, and it's Charles Pitchard coming on.
Well, it's the captain, Charles Chuggy Perchard. Chuggy's his nickname. He's known around here. Interesting nickname, Kira.
Yeah. Are we pronouncing it correctly?
Chuggy.
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, I would definitely hope so. As you see, it's a bit windy here at the ground, so the camera's just a little bit shaky. There's the umpires just having a wee fix of the bails. Well,
so we see the field has spread a little now.
shot into sharp. And there could be a run-out opportunity then. You see the pace in which Dunford ran onto the ball there. Every single ball was a threatening one here for the Denmark players. No opportunity to settle in.
Good opening ball, good movement, fielders backing up.
So Perchard bowled the 3 overs last time, didn't pick up a wicket. Bowls a slower delivery there, and that's just going to go straight down to long on. Just the one for Shah there. They move on to 27 for 3.
From Jersey's point of view, they're quite happy if Denmark pick up a few singles. They're not worried in that aspect.
No.
He nearly has like an offie.
Well, Elliot Miles, he's certainly got quick feet there. He absolutely sprinted onto that ball as it went behind the stumps there. That's a good bit of pace and it's well received.
Maybe, yeah. Gonna have to have a look at it again. His wrist.
Perchard's actions.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like he's bowling kind of quick leggies, actually.
Well, 30 for 3 here in the 7th over. 1-3-2, the score needed for Denmark to get that win. And that's played very late. It's an excellent shot as it just slides down a third man. Elliot Miles, the receiver there. He seems to be the magnet today. This is very impressive so far.
It's actually clever bowling. He's able to move his wrist quite a bit. Slowing it up using the pitch. And also just deceiving the batter a little bit. Taking the pace off the ball. It was a good over. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Absolutely. You are the one with the bowling knowledge. All them wickets to your name in international cricket. Myself, none.
Not yet.
Not yet. You never know, I might switch allegiance to play for Jersey. Well, that's the end of the 7th over here. We're just going to take a look at the scorecard. I think we might get the wrong one up here. It should be the Denmark one. Here we are. Well, an absolutely flying start here for Jersey, the Channel Islanders. 32 for 3.
Just the two guys that are facing here, I can see that the amount of balls they're facing maybe is slightly higher than usual, but they have to spend time at the crease. It's important that this pair stay here for a while.
Well, Ben Ward's going to be getting an appearance here. Like you said before the innings, they do have a fair selection of bowlers to choose from.
Yeah. They might have recognised that they want Dom to come from the other end, actually.
Oh, it hits the pad there. They're going to run a leg by here. Good running, and they aim for the stumps again. Jake Dunford constantly with his hands on his head. Every opportunity he's thinking it's a missed opportunity. It's T20 cricket. They know how the momentum can change. They want to break up this partnership. We saw the danger in the Jersey innings of a middle order partnership, as that's played very, very late off his wrist there. Collected there very well. Deep square leg.
So we've 5 fielders out here. Denmark have got to look to definitely relieve some of the pressure by just playing their singles if they can't get the ball away at the moment. Keep that scoreboard ticking up, and then who knows what they can get.
And that's
well bowled.
Really well bowled. When you talk of variation as a spin bowler, what does that involve? Is it just constantly changing out every ball? Is it having a game plan, Kira? Thinking comes again. He misses it. That's a big swing and a miss. He went for the cut shot there. Jake Dunford again. Big appeal.
There's variation that can be had, but you must have a stock ball as well. I think sometimes people go into too many variations and they can't actually control it, so it's not effective.
Jake Dunford. Now, Jonty Jenner in front of us playing long off. We saw him yesterday. Big voice, big enthusiasm. Again, into the power play. They've got guys spread around, all around this field. So it's hit that well. That's a good shot through the covers there. Just goes out to point, actually.
Fantastic
up well.
fielding. The standard that Jersey have set just with the fielding, it's not allowing Denmark to push for the second. So you asked me earlier on, should they throw it around and hit the stumps and stuff, and you can see the reason now. It's just makes them hesitate. Another change of bowling. So yesterday they used 7 bowlers. I think this is Elliot Miles coming on the far end.
Yeah. Wow, it's a slightly calmer day compared to the blue skies and sunshine we had at the start of this encounter. But it's a wonderful ground to be playing at. Elliot Miles steps up, the 21-year-old. Bowled his 2 overs yesterday and went for 11 runs, no wickets. And that's gone straight down the ground. It could be caught here at mid-wicket. And it is. It's another wicket. That's the 4th wicket for Jersey. Caught at mid-off. And again, not the easiest of catches there.
No, change of bowling bringing on the wicket. Left arm orthodox. And he just didn't get under that. It sat up and extra cover took the catch pretty handy.
Well, he put in a bit more of a slower delivery there.
It was
He
just
tempted the batsman.
Yeah, and it was just when these two guys were just kind of getting a little bit of a partnership, a rhythm going. So from Jersey side, that's a really good wicket to pick up.
Wow, great bit of captaincy there from Chuggy Perchard. Charles Chuggy Perchard making the decision to switch it up and stick on Elliot Miles. Saw him appear with a bat earlier as well. Putting on that left arm orthodox. And just tempted the batsman to play. Go for the bigger shot, but he got nothing on it. And it just landed at mid-off. Collected high in the sky. That's 4 wickets down now. 35 for 4. Suddenly this is looking like more of a task for the Danish side. Jersey, all guns blazing so far in this Europe final encounter. Well, this isn't the only game taking place today. We're also going to be seeing Jersey take on Norway for Norway's first appearance. They were meant to be playing Denmark yesterday, but that game was unfortunately abandoned because of the weather. As Elliot Miles comes in again. And that's just flicked onto the left side. Wonderful bit of batting to get off the mark there.
Uden, the batter that's in, has got to take control of this and just help this guy get in. Give him as much knowledge as he has on what the pitch is doing, what the bowlers are trying. There is gaps.
Well, Khan now facing. Pardon me. It was Udin facing before. And he's gone big, and there is a man there long off, and he's taken a wonderful catch at the boundary. Another one, that's 5 down now. Jersey are on a roll. Diving catch in the ground on the boundary. He slipped onto his knees. That's an ambitious shot to go for on your first ball.
Completely. A great catch again. You can't take it away from Jersey. They're really, if they're given a chance, they take them. Maybe a big shot first up.
That was a big shot. Can step forwards. Big strides. Could see what he was trying to do. Go for the big 6 straight away. Maybe he didn't see the man at long off. He wasn't quite fine. He was a bit...
Yeah. How much pressure's on this guy at the wicket at the moment?
Well, Udin needs to play a knock here to control it. They're still a fair amount away from this 132 target. Just under 100 runs needed. They've got the overs. Wickets in hand. They do not have. How this game is not what we thought it would be.
Nice bowling figures. Wicket, one wicket.
Well, Elliot Miles playing the role that Hamid Shah played for Denmark. Coming on. Picking up 2 in the over. 2 wonderful catches. We've seen a beautiful fielding display so far from Jersey. And it looks like Ahmad's coming in. The new batsman at the crease here. And that's gone high in the air, and we think it's going to be caught. And another catch in mid-off. And that's 2 in a row. It's 3 in the over here for Elliot Miles. What an over he's having. There's Kira next to me, just lets out a groan. It's not good cricket, is it?
Oh, it's like it slowed up a little. He went through the shot. It just sat up. Oh.
And that's Udin departing. Well, this game has just been transformed in an over. 6 wickets down. It's 36 for 6.
Oh, God. That makes the walk back longer. It feels like miles he used to walk.
Oh, well, suddenly it's going to be 2 new boys at the crease.
Yeah.
And look at them. This Jersey side, they're in a wonderful hustle here. Sure, if I was Charles Perchild right now, I'll be saying, let's keep going. Let's finish this off quick. We've got another game in the afternoon. We're in contention here.
If Jersey have sent just a complete message to the Danish change room, you can see the Danish change room, and they're deflated at the moment.
Well, this new batsman coming on, he's got bags of enthusiasm, but if you look at the top of the screen there, Elliot Miles has got the biggest grin on his face. I don't think he can believe his luck. 3 very weak shots indeed. Now he's on a hat-trick. Could we see the first hat-trick in Jersey T20 international history? Elliot Miles coming on, picked up 3 in an over here.
Have they made any? They haven't really made any adjustments to the field.
Still got the long off there. Gotta go it. Deep cover point. Go over there as well.
Cow corner.
Cow corner.
Yeah.
Wow. The hat-trick ball here. Who would have thought it? Elliot Miles. I'm sure. Let's see what happens here. Oh, and it was a close opportunity. The ball just rose along. Picked up by the man at point. And he's getting a very warm reception there for the supporters from Jersey. Jersey here. The Channel Islanders made their way probably across. In comes Elliot Miles again. What an over this has been. And they looked for a run there, but didn't want to risk it. Well,
fantastic over.
That was nearly.
You usually find actually after the opportunity to take a hat trick, that the ball after it that you get a wicket, because there's so much concentration on the batter not to give them the hat trick, and then the next ball they relax.
Absolutely. Well, I will test another bowler in this competition to have a better over than what Elliot Miles has had there. 3 wickets and just the 1 run. It was nearly a 3-wicket maiden, and he's completely put this game in the hands of the Channel Islanders. As we see the new batsman at the crease here.
66 balls to go.
He's a left-hander. Oh, it's a big shout! Big shout, but the umpires remain motionless. Oh, that would be appealing every single ball right now.
I could be wrong, but I feel that came off the bat. Definitely his movement. He's going to bring on the LBW if that's his movement. Okay.
Well, Ahmad here. And that's very well played there. The hesitation at the crease, and it could be out. Umpire does not raise the finger, but that just shows we've chatted about this every single ball. The fielding straight in. We've seen them do their fielding drills beforehand, and the work and the effort they put on their throwing and the receiving, it's clearly paying off.
Absolutely. I think how they warm up and how they bring it into the game, it's not two different things. So how you train is going to how you play. So it's fantastic to watch.
Well, and Ward here, looking to emulate the performance of his counterpart at the other end. Elliot Miles picking up 3 in the last over. If you're just joining us, this game is flipped on its head. Wonderful delivery
Nice
there,
shot.
but it's played well. Well, just that one onto the leg side there. The batsmen switch up. This is Abdul Hashmi, pardon me. So let's just look at the pronunciation of the game of the player here. Well, quite a task they've got on hand here. Still needing under 100 runs. And that's driven forwards, and that's a great shot to get off the mark. A nice straight drive for a single. Collected mid-off there. We've got another left-handed, right-handed partnership.
It's really effective in T20 cricket. You can just hear the Jersey guys are just having a bit of banter on the pitch. When you're on top, it's always fun playing cricket.
Ball comes in again. It's just played gently, and it's a dot ball. Now Ward looks like he's got the measure of this player here.
Yeah, it's well bowled.
This is Saif Ahmad. Does not look comfortable at the crease so far. And that's driven well. Put onto the leg side. Collected it deep mid-wicket.
Fantastic throw.
And what a wonderful throw, like you said, Kira. Well, it's the end of the over. I'll tell you, we're just going to have a look at the bowling figures here. There's one man, Elliot Miles down the bottom, 1 over, 3 wickets, just the 1 run. And look at the fall of the wickets, Kira. Talk us through that.
Well, do you know, Elliot Miles has taken 3 wickets, but if you look at all of their overs, they've collectively built up that pressure. It doesn't matter who takes them; it's a team wicket. But again, Elliot has been a little bit of a game changer there in that particular over. Hawkins K, he set it up front, and also with a spectacular piece of fielding. So it's been really good.
We've really been treated to a spectacle so far. It's been a wonderful display of fielding, a wonderful display of catching here. The ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final at the KGV. That's driven well. Puts that onto the offside there. Collected it long off.
I'd really like to see the Denmark guys start running the first single hard, put the fielder under a bit of pressure. They've noticed that the Denmark team are feeling really well, and they've just gone into their shell a little.
Elliot Miles, free wicket taker here. And that's a wonderful cut shot there. Just picked up a point and collected well. Cover point.
It's just the intent I'm talking about. They just need to push in and look to go for the second, even if they're not going to take it. It's kind of pushing it back on Denmark, or on Jersey, should I say?
100%. There is a languid attitude in the middle right now. There's Elliot Miles just having a look at his field. You see him on your screen right now. A bit more pace in that ball there, and it's just put.
This is where I'm talking about here. Well run.
Well, they've just run a hard 2 for the first time.
Exactly, really good.
And Kira, you called it that. And straight away, putting the fielders under a bit of pressure for the first time in this game. Got a lot of work to do. It's fair to say it would be an incredible effort if they managed to get over the line of this. 9 overs to go. There's a big shout here, and the umpire remains motionless. Jake Dunford again, running around, as you see number 56 there. You cannot control this guy.
He's great. And he's entertaining to watch as well.
Well, this side has certainly got a lot of characters in it. A lot of bags of talent as we're being put on display right now. And that's straight to the fielder, or straight to the bowler, pardon me. That's Ahmad. Just getting his siders there. But still, the energy there's cause for energy there. Keep the energy up from the boundary. The message is clear. Plays it late. He tries to get it.
Fantastic bowling.
Unbelievable. That's the end of the over. Another great over there from Elliot Miles. 5 for freest figures from the 2 overs. Well,
11th over up.
Let's just have a look at the summary of the game so far. As we see, Jersey put into bat by Denmark. 131 for 9 in their 20 overs, but Denmark 11 overs gone. 43 for 6.
Up front, Hawkins K definitely set the tone, and the fielders really bought into his efforts. It was fantastic to watch.
Well, Ben Ward again here from the hotel end. He just pushes that forward, looks for a single. Confusion, and it could be a stump pick. They've got him. And the umpire remains motionless once again. Well, that's just great fielding all round.
It's really great to watch. There's not one run that the Denmark team could squeeze out of them.
Well, like we said, if you're just tuning in, these are games of mass importance. Every single game counts in this Europe final. Only one team will go through to the global qualifier. Gives him a full toss. And he just plays that well. Into the offside there, just for 1. He picks up a single.
Again, going back to the running, I'd like to see them just even touch in, touch out. If he fumbled it, that's going to give you that split second that you can go again for the next run. You really have to take all the little wins at the moment.
And that's driven down the ground as well. Put onto the leg side there by Ahmad. And just again a 1. Collected by the fielder. Down in the deep. And they make the turn around again for the left-handed, right-handed combination. Ahmad, the left-hander. Abdul Hashmi, the right. And that's just gone straight to the fielder there. Mid-wicket. Pardon me, extra cover.
3 dots and an over at this stage is...
He gives him a full toss again. It could be caught. Nearly an unbelievable effort there. But that's going to roll away for 4. We'll try and get the fielder's name there, but he leapt up one-handed.
That would have been spectacular.
Could have been another one.
Was it close to a no ball?
Pardon me?
Was it close to a no ball?
Yeah, it was a full toss on the margin there.
Yeah.
Well, the man standing it. Well, there he is. It's Elliot Miles. Of course it is. You can't keep him out of the game. He leapt up one-handed, almost like a basketball player going for the slam dunk. And that's played very late. And that's going to roll away. It's going to go for 4.
Maybe they have some luck on their side. That's 8 from the last 2 balls. Brings them up over the 50.
53 for 6 at the end of the 12th over. 79 needed from their final 8 overs.
Yeah, and just as I thought, they're going to bring the leggy on the other end.
have seen games
Done.
transformed in a couple of overs, and all the encounters we've seen so far in the Europe finals here in Guernsey. Italy were playing Norway and were well out of contention for what they were doing behind the DLS rate with the rain inbound. But then all of a sudden, a couple power hitting. We saw it again. Germany yesterday as well.
Yeah. It's actually got a little bit duller here at the moment, hasn't it?
What, in terms of the weather?
Yeah, or maybe it's my double glasses again.
Well, I think it's not helping. It's certainly not helping, Karen. It has. The weather has definitely got a bit great. Worrying for the game. I'm sure it will stay fine for the second T20. Also being streamed on the ICC in the afternoon, starting at 3:45 UK time.
Again, the Jersey team not letting Denmark settle at all, changing up the bowling probably at the right time. The leggy coming on the far end, which I think is actually the end he should have came on in the first place, but hey ho.
Don Bomplier just going for a single off his first ball there, as that ball's just pushed on to the onside there by Ahmad. Well, yes, it was a costly over at the end there by Ben Ward, going for 10. Not seen an over go for 10 in a while in this game.
Chopping and changing now for the left hand, right hand.
54 for 6. So we're just waiting for the scoreboard to update one of the screens. Don Bomplier pops in again.
That kept low. But again, a dot ball, effective.
Well, Elliot Miles played the role that Bomplier played in the game yesterday, taking 2 quick wickets and completely changing the dynamic of the Guernsey innings when they were playing them.
That's well run.
That's well received as well.
Yeah.
This is incredibly exciting stuff, isn't it, Kira?
Absolutely. And like Denmark, you're only going to get one chance to try win this game, so they really have to take their chances when they can. Again, speaking about the running, they took on that run. He misfielded. They were in home, safe. Is he carrying a little injury? Miles?
Maybe the way he fell didn't look the most comfortable. As played, tries to play that very late there, does Ahmed. Blompier again, that's pushed forward onto the onside there by Ahmad, picked up by the man in the deep. And back to Blompier. Well, another single run. Now Hashmi on strike. And I've asked you this question several times, but they're in a situation where 77 runs are required. They've not been going for the boundaries. They can only ride their luck so much as your double glasses doesn't quite work in a flamboyant fashion. As Blompier comes in again. That's a lovely little shot. Just played off his wrist there. Puts it on to the onside. Runs a single. So they rotate the strike once again.
Well, if you look at the run rate at the moment, it's 4.34. Or
they require 10.
Oh, I see. Sorry,
Well, no,
my bad. I'm looking at the wrong number.
Well, that's the thing. It's they've got the run rate of 4.3, but they require 10.71.
I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, I completely looked at the wrong number there.
Oh, it's absolutely. The scorecards can be very confusing sometimes.
Just delete that last bit.
Live broadcast.
But having said that, they're much slower in their approach, obviously, than the Jersey guys were. They have to protect, though. They've got 4 wickets while still trying to go for this. And Jersey have bowled better line length, backed up by their fielding. So all in all.
Well, we're seeing Charles Perchard come on and have a bowl from the other end this time. This is the hotel end at the KGV. A wonderful ground. Beautiful outfield as well. One of the most wonderful places to watch cricket. Really being treated to a show here by Jersey. And a lot of it is thanks to Charles Perchard, the captain. Good decisions as he comes in. And that's really well bowled there. Collected by Dunford behind the stumps. Well, that's Johnny Jenner. I'm not sure if he's being picked up on the mic. Gives him the full toss there, and it's driven to mid-wicket. It's collected well there by Ben Stevens. Standing a mid-off. Almost extra cover.
He's an effective bowler for a T20 style because he gets a little bit of movement. It's hard to read his what ball is coming as well. You can see in his wrist.
Nice sides, nice sides. Come on here, fellas. Come on, boys. Very good, lads.
John T. Jenner, the most vocal of the players on the pitch. Standing down and long on, and every single ball he's given encouragement here. Not seen that from a couple of the sides so far. In comes Charles. Again, tries the late cut, but he's just not quite succeeding. Variation in pace.
Yeah, mini maiden, 3-dot balls.
Right climbing here. Right climbing pretty quickly, lads.
It's something that I've heard a lot of teams work towards, 3-dot balls and an over and mini maiden.
On T20 cricket, a dot
Yeah.
ball worth its weight in gold. Every single dot ball. This ball comes forward, manages to get contact to that, puts it onto the leg side.
Excellent feeling off the
Collected
rope.
by Blompier there.
Again, their athleticism. Did you like that word?
Athleticism.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Wasn't easy to say. Is standing out, absolutely. It's like they've done work with a baseball coach. Just how they approach the ball, and also the throws are fantastic.
I saw a couple of them going for a jog around the boundary at the start of their training. Certainly wakes up. They've got their cardio on point here. Comes Birchard now. Round. Driven to mid-wicket, collected by Ben Stevens. Almost short mid-wicket there. What an over this has been from the captain, Chuggy Birchard. Just, again, that required run rate just increasing with every dot ball. And he puts in a slower full toss there, and that one's just going to land. Be collected by the guy.
Really good over.
Mid on there, long on, pardon.
They're under serious pressure here, Denmark. I can hear the wicketkeeper letting them know that they just got a single each ball. Chatting it up behind the stumps, which he should do. It's all part of the game, but serious pressure here on Denmark. They need to pick out the gaps and really push those singles and run hard. Jersey just seems to have a little bit more variation in the bowling department, and they might know their game just a little bit better at the moment.
We saw 71 required off the final 6 overs here. That's a required run rate of 11.83 and over. That is no mean feat for any team. Denmark called out a couple times. Plays a wonderful shot there. Just cuts it down to deep point. Picked up well there by Corey Bisson, who started with a bat earlier in the innings. He's had 2 great knocks for his side in this tournament so far. And he plays that very late. Cuts it, collected. Well, a little bit of chirping going around here. Charles Birchard just again making the batsman know they're not going to get any ones. It's good to see. He goes down the crease there. Pardon me, he goes down the wicket. Just drives that down the leg side, collected it. Long on. Grab another single, but they're not after singles now, Kira.
Yeah.
Got to be looking for the boundary rope.
Again, bowlers sticking to their game plan. They're not trying to mix it up too much. They're making the batter do the work.
Blompier in again. That's pulled.
Just the intent there with the batters. They've got to look for 2. Even if it doesn't come off, it's the message you're sending.
How impressive has Blompier been for you?
Really, really good. It's just mixing it up.
As a gust of wind comes in now. Tries to play the sweep shot there. Doesn't get close to the ball. Collected by Dunford behind the stumps. And again, another dot ball here. They had 4 consecutive singles.
I think he's also built up enough pressure that he could flight it 1 or 2 up and he might bring on a catch.
One's just pushed on to the leg side there. And again, aggressive throw in there to the bowler's end.
Good running.
Dives onto the ground.
That's how much they wanted. The bowler took off after that ball. The guys ran 2, which they have to at this stage.
Well, that's the end of the over here. We're just going to take a look
6 coming off that over.
at the batting scorecard here. So we look at the fall of the wickets.
So again, at this stage, you can see the 2 guys that are in. They've faced 17 balls, 21 balls. You'd have to consider them in, and they'd have to have a look at what they're going to do. We've 5 overs left. Does someone go for it? What's the decision? Who's the more experienced? It's definitely conversations that will have to be happening.
We'll need a bit of power hitting in this. Like you said, 65 with the final 5 here. Jersey look well in control of this run chase. Ben Ward's rolling his final over. That's high in the air, but no one's standing at mid-wicket. Did fly in the air. Maybe if they had a guy just a bit in, could have been caught, but plenty of guy got long on, long off as well. Deep cover. That's driven straight down. It's going to be collected by Junty Jenner here at long on. Batsman switch ends. Ahmad now the left-hander. As you see, just the players circle round. Switch it.
The 2 openers still have overs to come back on. They were very...
Robertson and Hawkins K.
Yeah, they were very successful up front, so batter should be mindful of that.
Now it looks like a bit more power hitting here, but again, easily collected by the fielder at mid-on. Jonty Jenner once again the receiving man. Ben Ward very happy to concede singles here. No issue with that. Pompier just cycled past us and had a big grin. Again, driven, but it's just going to be another single here. Collected by the man at mid-off. That's Hawkins K wearing the old full-brimmed hat.
Why?
Gotta love it. Couple of them out there right now. And that could squeeze the boundaries. Collected by Hawkins K again.
They'll certainly have their steps up with the left-hand, right-hand combo.
Absolutely. Well, if any side wants to get their steps up, it's probably Jersey with their athleticism. There's that word again. And that one's just flicked onto the leg side there. Played off his hips. They're looking for 2. This is the right attitude that Denmark here, but it could be a run out if it's in hard enough. Well, that's the right attitude there from the Denmark batsman to end the over. But a good over there from the bowler, Ben Ward.
A little message in the bottle. No, they need to get some water on board, and they've obviously highlighted now that they're going to go for it. I'm interested to see number 40. So this is Elliot Miles coming back on again.
Elliot
It's very
Miles,
successful from that end.
star of the show. If we just take a look at the Jersey bowling figures here. 3 wickets for Miles in his 2 overs and only gone for 5 runs. What a spell.
Fantastic. I just think that all the bowlers have stuck to their game plans, their bowling plans, and they've brought on pressure. And whether they've got a wicket or they've passed on and someone else has got a wicket, it's a really, really good collective bowling unit.
Elliot Miles bowling from the 3G end here. If you're tuning in, this is the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Finals live from Guernsey. Myself, Ian Leggett, from Akira Metcalf on commentary. Jersey versus Denmark. He's gone straight. Gives him a bit more of the full toss there. That's arrived there. Long on. Again, just single. Singles, there's nothing much you can say. You just got to hope that the Denmark batsmen are maybe just going to search for the boundaries here. 6 teams in this competition. 1 team gets to advance to the ICC Men's T20 Global Qualifier. You You see the intent there. He advanced down the wicket, wanted to get a bit more on it, but he went for the straight drive instead. Just picked up at mid-off. Another single.
The bowlers are reading the batters very, very well. They're adjusting their lengths according if they see them moving. They're really on top here.
No, that's just...
It's hard. I'm not saying Denmark are not trying. Jersey are bowling very, very well. It's hard to get the ball away.
I think you're right. I think in the final 3 overs we're going to see the appearance of Hawkins, Kay and Robertson again to add a bit of medium pace. Just change things up a little bit. The spin bowlers have done very well for Jersey here. And oh, that's the right idea. Is it a catch? It could have been a spectacular catch from Hawkins, Kay. But that's picked up there by Will Robertson. Just standing it.
Again, the bowler challenging the batter there, just not coming off his attempted shot, but picking up a run in the meantime.
Elliot Miles here. Score 77 for 6. And that's just been walloped down the ground, but it's going to be collected by a guy standing down at cow corner. And only a single.
Well fielded. I think we've seen one slight fumble. They've been so good in the field again today.
And that's Robertson in front of us warming up, so I think we're going to see him have a bowl after this. Maybe in 2 overs time from that end. Elliot Miles again. That's a good shot there, but it's only going to be another single. They got a guy hanging out at cow corner. As we see the Norwegian team arrive into the grounds.
I think for some young kids that are out there as well, they shouldn't underestimate the fielding aspect of the game. We all go down to the nets and we practice our bowling and batting for hours, and they forget about the fielding. But just seeing how much fielding here today for Jersey is playing such a big role, and yesterday.
Absolutely.
We should never forget about it. It's a huge part, especially of the modern day.
And you're a coach yourself. This must just be a
Yes,
drug.
It's fantastic.
Well, this is Elliot Miles' stats. You can see Blompier at the bottom of your screen as well. There's your captain, Charles Perchard.
He's changed ends again. He's bowl welled.
For the score bar to update as Blompier comes in. Well, that's a good shot there, and that's a good way to find the boundary. Heaves himself forward, just pulls it for 4. That's good batting all round.
Absolutely, and that's must be the first loose ball in a while, and he did take control of it, which is good. There hasn't been many of them.
Absolutely. Yeah. 83 for 6 now, 49 required off the final 2.5 overs here as Blompier comes in again. He goes for the reverse sweep. Big shout for a wicket there. They thought it was going to go and hit the leg stump. He's on his knees, Dominic. Almost a smile. You know things are going well when the players are smiling with the umpires. Well, 49, 2.34. Advances down the crease, puts on a drive, but that's going to be collected by the man. They're at deep cover. Or deep extra cover, pardon me.
Bowler wants the ball in fast. They've obviously, as a unit, they've high standards with their fielding. They don't want to allow any team to get 2s.
Oh, he tried a similar shot there, but they've got that well covered. Well, 85 for 6, 47 required right now. And just a duff ball there. Something must have gotten his way. I think he just had a little mess up in his stride. Dominic Blompier comes in again. Well, mishits that. He went for the big slog. And that's going to roll away for 4. He might get a bit fortunate here. Oh, great fielding effort on the boundary there. They look like they could have got the run out. Well, that's just tremendous. I think that's the captain, Charles Perchard, that made the run there.
That's fantastic commitment. Again, saving 1 run, but they all add up. Jeremy Bray is going to have serious talks after the game. How does he get this group back together to take on the next game? It's not that they're necessarily broken, it's also that they've just come across in form Jersey team. They're firing in all areas.
Well, that's the end of the over. It's 90 for 6. I need 42 runs off the final 2 overs. Too little, too late, Kira.
Yes, I think so. Unfortunately, Charles Pitchard is going to take the second last over from the top end.
Well, there's the captain, Chuggy Perchard. The middle of your screen there, next to the umpire. He'll be happy with the way his team's performed in the field once again. An energetic and vibrant performance, I think, is a good way of describing it.
Completely.
Not to mention a couple of magic moments already, including a tremendous take once again by Jake Dunford. I cannot get over how good of a catch that was. As good as you'll see in international cricket. Running 20, 30 yards, diving for the catch. And Perchard comes in, and it could have been a wicket. He's lucky. And the umpire remains motionless. Dunford thought he got a late stumping there. Ahmad, pardon me. Yes, it was Ahmad. Looked as if he was out his crease. The Bales just return onto the stumps.
God, this game has got everything. All we need now is a super over just to finish it off.
Oh, imagine that. 42 runs off 1.5 overs, and then suddenly we're needing the heroics. Jersey will need the heroics of Mr. Jonty again. Here comes Perchard. And again, another duff ball. Wonder if something's happening behind the sight screens.
I think it's also the batter is moving very early, so they're not releasing the ball. Little mind game's gone on.
Whoa, it's a wide ball. Why is the signal by the umpire? This is the nitty gritty, is the call from the team. Perchard in again. There's a full toss and another wide ball. It's 2 in a row. Well, this is a rarity. We haven't seen much of this. What do you think's happening in their heads right now?
I think the bowler's trying to push it wide so he's not allowing him to open up his hands, but it's obviously gone against him. He doesn't need to change up too much.
Driven straight down the ground. Onto the leg sides. Collected well, going for the hard run out here. Could be a run out. It's a good appeal. And he's given him out. What a great bit of fielding once again for the Jersey side. A stumping by Jake Dunford. And they've got the 7th wicket here at the KGV in the men's ICC T20 World Cup Europe final.
That was never in doubt. These guys have shown their fielding expertise all through the first 2 games. And what a piece to end the second last over.
It was a tremendous pick up there by the fielder standing at almost deep extra cover. Came running in. Swiftly picked it up with one hand. Never in doubt as the batsman decided to go again. Jake Dunford collects it well. Strikes the stumps, and the team jump up in unison as they have so much throughout this game. What a unit they seem to be. What a threat they're going to be in this competition.
Absolutely. Like I've said, they're firing in all 3 departments. They really are. The Norway team have just arrived. They'll be seeing this at the end. They're setting the tone before they've even taken the field against the other team.
Well, would you be worried if you're watching this coming in to play a game?
Yeah.
This new batsman just settles in at the crease. Perchard, the captain, He'll be absolutely delighted with how his team's come out once again. Driven straight down the ground, finds the man at long on. Turns to the bowler. Well, he's really responded well after giving them 2 wide balls. Side, his teammates, just creating another moment. It's about creating moments in this game, like you said earlier on, and Jersey have no shortage of them. It's going to be 2 wins from 2. And he's gone big, but there's going to be a fielder out there, a long on. Caught, and it's another wicket. That's the 8th wicket. And you could see he had the right idea. He had to go big there, but it was caught. Easy catch.
Again, Pitchard bowling really well and bowling to his field. The field has been set correctly all through the innings. And picking up another wicket.
And they'll know themselves how big of a win this is. They know themselves that Denmark were a challenger and a threat to them in this tournament.
Yeah, you could see the celebrations up front with the first couple of wickets. They knew how big they were. But you know what? They haven't taken their foot off the pedal either, because that can easily happen where you just think you've got the wickets that you need and then someone comes in and hits some runs. But these guys are finishing very professionally. And as a unit, their togetherness as a team is actually really nice to watch.
Well, they had the man out of long on just in case. They wanted to go big down the ground, and it's paid off. And now the left-hander in. This is 19-year-old Oliver Holt, bowled very well. And he's tried to go big, right idea, off the mark. Just driven to long on, collected. Don Bompley out there. Well, got 1 more to come in the over. And then they're gonna see if they can get them within distance. If they get 2 runs, it is mathematically possible. They're gonna run 2 here. They've got to run 2 here, and it's a good 2. It could be a run out. That's great running between the batsmen there.
Fantastic.
Well, this is at least something. It is mathematically possible now for them to win. Well, they need
Game on.
6 sixes in the over here. Let's see what Ollie Holt and Gino Jojo can do. They both perform really well with the ball, but it's been the Jersey bowlers that have shone today. 36 required off the final over.
It's Hawkins Hay. K, should I say?
Well, they have brought on Hawkins K, and what a performance he's had today. Absolutely led from the front, created a wicket, and then out of nothing, a direct hit to the stumps to grab the team's 2nd. Tremendous stuff all round. I've got to stop saying that. I say all round all the time. All round, all round. There he is on the screen. He'll be delighted. The attitude that his team have had. Proud. He speaks to his captain, Charles Chuggy Perchard. Playing on their rivals, their Channel Islands rivals, home soil in this Europe final. They are looking like strong contenders to be champions. And he tries to scoop it. That's a wonderful decision there. That goes for 4. What a lovely shot there.
Fantastic shot. A little bit short. I don't think the bowler was expecting that.
Well, that's Oliver Holt, a 19-year-old, playing a wonderful scoop over the heads of the fielders behind him. There's Perchard just keeping the fielder there. Just keeping it deep, fine leg, just in case he wants to try the same thing again. In comes Hawkins K. And he goes for the pull shot. That could be 6. So 1 bounce 4. Well, 2 4s in a row. They're putting up a little bit of a fight here. Looking like Oliver hold, maybe could have batted a little further up the order.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, they've reached their 100 here, and at one point that wasn't looking 100% likely. Wickets flying in quick succession as Hawkins K comes in again, and he puts in a bit of pace there. Lands mid off, collected well. Hawkins K, good response there after being hit for 2 lovely shots for 4 by Oliver Holt. It's now Juno Jojo.
What a name.
Gino Jojo. Again, I'll struggle to find a better name in the whole competition than Gino Jojo. Well, picked up by Don Blompier, who's had another. He himself's played it well. And once again, this Jersey sides, their double-header day. They're going to be facing Norway, again live streamed on the ICC YouTube and T20 World Cup Facebook pages. That's driven straight down the ground. They're going to look for 2 again. Ambitious running, that's the right idea. Could be run out the far end, but it's good running and good fielding. That's good cricket. There's 1 delivery to come here, and it's going to be another comprehensive victory.
Yeah, absolutely. You just question that maybe they could have made a decision to go for it earlier. But again, I suppose experience, knowing the team and knowing their skills is needed.
Now Hawkins go for the final delivery of the game. And that's a wonderful shot for 4. And that's met well. And that's received well.
And I agree, maybe this guy should have been up the order batting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A great game of cricket, though. Congratulations to Jersey again.
Well, Jersey pick up their 2nd win in this ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe final. They're 2 from 2 now as they go into their double-header in the afternoon against Norway. We'll be here to watch the action, but we're just going to talk through what has been an absolutely tremendous fielding and bowling display from Jersey. If you just look at this, Kira, talk us through that.
From the start, they put on the pressure, and knowing they only had 130 on the board, they kept to their lines and lengths. But again, something I've noticed from yesterday, they've actually made both teams, including Guernsey, feel like the away teams. This feels like Jersey's home ground. They've really put pressure on the guys that are coming out and letting them know that they're here to take part.
100% agree with you. The attitude they've had from literally their first appearance on the ground yesterday, and you made the comment that it made it look like their home ground. The way their attitude towards their training, their attitude towards the way they were fielding as well, has been second to none. Are they looking like contenders for the title?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Denmark need to just put this behind them and really regroup and get stuck into the next games. All is not lost yet.
Well, a big win once again for Jersey as they're being applauded off and hands are being shook down at the pavilion. A tremendous game of cricket. Pleasure to sit alongside you, Kira, once again.
Likewise.
And we'll be back for Jersey, Norway, 3:45.